Hello everybody, welcome to the CPL match of the week number 5 I believe. I'm Neblime, joined today by Saetzero. How's everyone doing there in the chat? Hope you enjoyed that best of 9.
I enjoyed watching it. Bojack's a monster.
What is that? What is that like octopus? How do you get that? Is that from some other streamer?
No, it's just a normal command. Squid 1,
Really?
Squid 2.
Well, you can tell
just...
I didn't spend much time on Twitch. I don't know of such things.
Come on, degenerate like the rest of us. Watch Twitch.
Alright, so the match we have today, we have Passion Daddies versus Socialized Healthcare Tier 1. So we're going to go through all those games for you guys. I'm sure they're going to be pretty great games. Honestly, all the games I've casted this CPL have been pretty high quality. It's been a great CPL, I think.
Yeah, even some of the matchups that you watch and it goes, maybe this one, even like some of the TBTs, just as an example, throwing it out there. Like, there've been a lot of exciting games so far with the match of the week. I've been very pleased.
Alright, so without further ado, we're going to jump into game 1 here.
Fantastic. We're starting with the Protoss versus Protoss.
Perfect. Start her up. Hello, Justino.
Alright.
So in the top right here, in the green, we have Shafir. Now I believe that's an AKA, right? Saetzero. And the bottom left, we have Ash Space. No, that's not an AKA?
No, that's the name that's listed on the CPL thread.
My mistake. Alright, but like you say, a PvP. Green versus yellow.
Yeah, and what map are we on?
This is Bloody Ridge. It's Bloody Ridge week. So, map we don't see that often for sure. No ramp. Lots of ridges though.
Yeah.
Naturally.
Oh, I didn't even look at the map pool. This is a good map pool for this
so,
week.
this week it's Bloody Ridge, then Clayfields, then Overwatch.
Yeah, very good map pool. I love Overwatch especially.
I gotta say, that stream just now was a weird experience with Strom's mic. Like, so much higher quality. It was like, oh shit, it's Strom in the room. Like, that was a big improvement.
Yeah. So that is why we got a little bit of downtime. That is why the match of the week is 1 day late. I built new computer and had so much trouble, so many problems. I just couldn't try to do it yesterday. So that's why we're giving you some Friday night, more StarCraft action. I know you started watching the Apocalypse at 4 o'clock, but you're going to watch us for a couple hours too. Like, your Friday night's committed to us. You're in quarantine anyway. What else are you going to do?
That's right. I mean, it's better to hype everyone up on 1 day almost. Okay, so Shafir kind of like had an early scout here, or is this a late scout by Ash Space? I'm not really sure what the logic is. Oh, could you gas steal? I mean, okay, he didn't. But you know, I'm wondering now, is gas steal in PvP legit? Is that a thing you can do?
It's not really, because then your opponent just gets the early Zealot and kills it pretty fast, but you're delaying all your stuff by 100 minerals. I think it's like not the worst thing, but it's not really going to be super effective.
What if you're doing proxy gate? Does it become legit then?
You can't afford the 100 minerals on it.
No, I guess that makes sense.
I mean, there's probably some follow-ups you can do if you rush for like some fast tag, like some kind of fast Reaver or something, because like if you stole my gas, I might be inclined to like go for an early Nexus or like the Zealot expand build where you get a bunch of Zealots in the Forge.
Yeah.
Like there's plenty of reactions you can do to getting your gas stolen. You might be able to play off of those, but I think initially it's not like gas stealing a Terran where it's like, oh, you're not going to get your factory. It's not quite as critical.
So this is why we have Saetzero here, because I'm a Terran player. I don't know any of these PvP niceties. Just like, you know, oh, you make Dragoons, right? They're pretty good, right?
I mean, there's nothing unusual happening yet. The first couple minutes, it's easy enough for Protoss, right? It's a gate, it's a cyber core, maybe a Zealot, then
oh, he's dead. That poor probe. He was sent on a suicide mission to take out the enemy gas, but it was too well defended. Who'd have thought? Isn't it kind of depressing how good goons are at killing goons? I feel like there's some kind of like deep philosophical message that, like, you know, like imagine if they're humans, like, oh, the humans couldn't defeat the other races, but they were so good at killing themselves. It's the same thing for Protoss. Like, the goons, they can't deal with tanks, but when they're fighting other goons, they're so good. Oh man, both probes getting taken out here.
Yeah, that's an interesting spot to park the probe. I don't know, like if you're looking for a move out, that's not quite far enough out. You want to hang around, at least force the Dragoon to force you out, because if you can see like a fast Nexus or see if it's like a 2-gate early,
Yeah.
you get some idea of what's going on. Which we do actually see that second gateway start for.
Yeah. So is Ash Space here going to go for a Robo? I assume. And in this scenario, the Robo player is trying to expand first, right? Again, asking about those PvP problems.
Yeah, no, usually. So if you're getting like you get a fast robotics, it's gonna be how you play from it. But if you get if you're going it and rushing straight to Reavers, not getting a shuttle, not trying to be aggressive, especially like how you see it's 1-gate Robo, you get that a Reaver without the shuttle just for that solid defense, and yeah, you are probably looking to early expand.
Right, but on the map without a ramp, isn't this like Master Green strategy going to be a bit stronger? Like, cause I'm kind of picturing like trying to like hold this narrow choke, and I don't really see it happening that easily. I suppose if you have a lot of your own moves.
If Shafir was committing to more gateways and really slamming goons, but he's still just on the 2 gates, and I'm not sure where he's going to go from here. If he's going to add on a 3rd or 4th gateway, or he's just going to, he's just kind of delaying it. So this 1-gate Robo expand, actually not even that, because he's just getting this delayed 2nd gate. They're both getting the same stuff, just a little out of order.
So
I don't think
if Shafir doesn't attack at a very narrow window here where he has more goons, then he's not going to be in a good position, right? Because Ash Space is going to have the Reaver first. Well, here we go. He's coming out, though.
Yeah, so, I mean, there is always that defender's advantage where you're still going to have goons being produced. You see that there's one for Space, like, halfway done, so he's going to evenly match. But he has the Robo already finished.
That's a very key probe. Now, Ash Space knows he needs to reposition. He's going to pull back here. I think that's wise, just to give up the natural here, because there's no real advantage to having that at the moment. Oh, but these goons...
This is brutal.
Okay, the Zealot can do good damage, though. I think with this Zealot, he will be okay.
Actually, the Shafir Zealot get caught out chasing the Pro back to the main, not with the fighting force here. So Space actually making a much better fight than he should have.
Yeah, for sure. And I was saying that defensive Zealot made a big deal. Wow, okay, so Space survives with 2 Dragoons, and presumably that stabilizes the situation now that he's own 2nd gate. Reaver will be coming up shortly. So
yeah, you see Shafir just pulling back immediately. Shafir's Zealot chased the Pro back that was trying to scout out his base. If he had the Zealot with him, catching that first goon, starting to snowball ahead of time, but since his Zealot wasn't with the fight, it wasn't like a clear advantage for Shafir. That kind of all panned out a little bit weirdly the way everything was ordered up.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was the right timing to go for Ash Space, but unfortunately, didn't quite work out. So yeah, now Ash Space confidently taking this Nexus first, going to give him a pretty significant advantage, I think, here.
Yeah, he's even poking forward just to see what he's dealing with. He doesn't see a giant, overwhelming force of Dragoons, so he should know that's not a giant gateway advantage from the start. I wish he would send the Observer and get a better idea exactly what was going on, because Shafir going for 3-gate and Reaver, this is a very committed 1-base, because if you're going to take an expansion, you don't get this 3rd gateway, and you actually can't even afford to build out of all this stuff here. So Shafir, I'm not really in love with the build he's doing. He's building a little more buildings than he can actually afford right now, and that's not particularly great, especially since he's down on pros.
Maybe he figured that after losing those goons, his opponent will expand first, so his best hope is to try and hit him and break him. Reaver's coming out. Gotta wait for a shuttle to push across, though.
Yeah, but see, like, he's not doing that, because he's looking to expand, because he's building Reavers without the shuttle. You build the shuttle before the Reavers if you're trying to do that kind of play.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, like, he's just really gearing up for later, but, like, this Nexus could have been so much faster. You can see he can't even afford this Nexus with these units, so he's going to realize he probably should actually commit to attack, but these Reavers can't actually do it.
So, this Observer's going to come in. Well, let's see the expansion. I mean, he sees the enemy forces kind of blocking this natural choke here, so I think he'll know. In fact, you see that Reaver.
He sees a Reaver just parked. That if nothing else, that's the indication. For
sure. Although, I mean, why not just confirm the Nexus, please? That's right. I think he knows what's going on here. So, Ash Space just pulling more and more ahead, I think, here. I don't know if Shafir has much of a chance right now, unless Ash Space makes a big mistake. It's looking very good for him.
Well, I mean, so this is always the kind of thing where if you actually look at the unit count's very similar, despite a pretty notable probe advantage. So when that shuttle does pop, and Shafir will have a window to be aggressive with his Reaver and an overwhelming Dragoon force compared to his opponent. So there is definitely opportunities to get something done, but the window's closing.
Yeah, and like you said, there's always that defender's advantage, so if he comes across here, I'm not sure he's going to be able to break through, but we'll see. Looks like he will move out.
I'm a little concerned for space, teching into Citadel so quickly.
Ooh.
He has these 4 gateways. He just got the Nexus up. I think he might be rushing the Templar a little too fast, and he's actually just focused on getting units out.
Okay, so Shafir actually has this observer, which is very key, because he can see that these Dragoons are spread out to detect Reavers, and if he can pick off a few of them on their own, that'll be a huge deal. Look, here we go. These Dragoons, even on the low ground, they do have an observer to help them out, though. Okay, yeah, 1 for 1. Which is what
always the good thing that Dragoons can always retreat away. Never a reason to commit to a fight. You don't have to here.
For sure.
He only has the one Reaver at the base.
No shuttle. But where's Shafir's Reaver? Here it is, coming a bit late to the fight. Ash Space's Reaver already doing a lot of damage. Oh my god! That was a huge Scarab. Okay, now Shafir's Reaver committing to the fight, and there's not many goons left for Ash Space. But has he done enough? Oh, his own Reaver going down. Second one coming out though. Oh, but there's so many goons left over, and this shuttle gives such a huge advantage in the Reaver versus Reaver fight. Well, that Reaver's very low. Oh, it does go down. But that Reaver alone, I don't think, can take out these goons, and does get destroyed.
There's 3 goons to the right of the Nexus. They were in the fight. That would have been thing to defend for space, but a little missed micro there.
I didn't quite see those, but you know, it looks like it's a stalemate, which for Ash Space is as good as a win. Because he's just got such a superior probe count here. And his tech is even better as well. So Shafir making a big mistake not bringing in the Reaver till halfway through the fight there. And Ash Space's first Reaver got enormous damage.
Yeah, so we're looking at a spot where Space is way up on probes. 15 more probes than his opponent. And since he killed the Reaver and the shuttle, for Shafir to rebuild up that kind of fighting punch, he has to wait for all these things to come out of the robo at once. He's going to be really committing to building up a big army, going for a big push, but since he hasn't been building probes, I think Space is just sitting really pretty right now.
For sure. Well, there will be one final attack, I suppose. Interesting that Ash Space not go over Templars right away, which I think defensively, that's really the option you want here. I mean, Zealot speed's never bad, don't get me wrong, but if you get Storm out and your opponent's attacking with Goon Reaver, you're set.
It is a commitment to how much resources you can afford for these things. You're spending 150 on gas for each Templar, 200 for the Storm. It is a big commitment to actually research into Storm compared to Zealots that are very cheap, unless you spend your gas on other things. Getting just the leg speed, especially since Zealot with legs for Dragoons, that's a nightmare for Dragoons. You need a lot of
Reavers specifically. I would have said the Zealots are not as useful.
Well, you would think that, but it's actually not as bad as it looks, because if the Reavers are shooting the Zealot, the Goons get to do what they want.
Shafir coming in here again. Nice Reaver micro so far, but he just doesn't have the Goon count, I think. And one Reaver coming that much difference. Ash Space's defensive Reaver getting huge damage in again. And that Reaver goes down as well. Crushing this army, even going to get the shuttle as well.
Yeah, very good defense from Space. Shafir, I don't like that he... It just all snowballs from early in the game. We're not saying he built too many structures. He can't actually produce that up. If you made that initial attack 2 Dragoons better because you didn't build that extra gateway, you could just afford things. Or if this second wave had a little more punch to it because you got the Nexus a minute earlier. There's so many little decisions that snowball. Oh no.
Yeah, I think this just really shows the value of having a really tight, well-organized build. Okay, it looks like Ash Space is going to come for the counter now. I'm not sure Shafir has anything to stop him. Well, a lot more goons do come out, though, actually. And this is a decent concave for the goons of Shafir. Where's the Reaver
I think Space has the Observer. He should be able to see and realize don't attack into this. He has such a good advantage from the beginning to everything faster. Okay, and he's just walking right out. Yeah, you notice he doesn't look.
Wise decision, I think, not coming into there. But Shafir's coming out. I'm not sure that's wise. He does pull back there. I think Ash Space is just going to regroup and come again. He has a shuttle out finally for these Reavers. And he's going to bring them across.
Yeah, a little unfortunate for Ash Space that he's been a little bit lax on the macro. He's been sitting at 1,000 metal for quite a while. Starting that next Nexus now, realizing he has the extra influx, but this could have been more gateway production earlier. We actually saw Shafir go up to 6 gateways much faster than Space did, and that's why he's doing much better at spending his money. Yeah,
for sure. And he has less probes too. That always helps. All that one goon. Is that a bad rally or just the army moving around the wrong way? I'm not sure. Okay, so here comes Space with his own Reaver shuttle now. 2 shuttles in that Reaver. I mean, sorry, 2 Reavers in that shuttle. Okay, 2 shuttles in that Reaver. There's not many Zealots for Shafir. Once they're down, I think Ash Space just powers through. Well, I say that, but there's a lot of goons here for Shafir. That Reaver in the back just didn't have any Scarabs. Well, this is looking real bad for Shafir, actually. If there's just a few goons left of those 2 Reavers, it becomes almost unbeatable for the rally. Oh,
yeah, the moment you have a couple Reavers just free firing, that fight never goes well for your opponent. If they could just sit there and get their fight going.
It was nice micro by Shafir. He really gave it his all to micro those goons back, but at the end of the day, just wasn't going to happen there.
Well, I don't think it's a situation of microing back. You need to go in and actually like attack the rear.
Yeah, I know.
Getting choked in with an inferior armor. If nothing else, make the commitment. See if you can like get around. Like, oh, he didn't use his shuttle well enough, and you can kind of steal the victory, maybe.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, if he sniped those 2 Reavers, he has one of his own. You never know. I've definitely won a PvP game that way.
Then you're a PvP master. You know what this is all about.
Yeah, sure. I just don't know literally any builds.
Gates, Robos, Reavers. You did it.
I keep seeing Nexus first. Seems good, right?
Nexus first is good if your opponent doesn't scout it fast enough or doesn't know how to react to it.
There you go.
Actually, though.
Alright, we're going to jump into game 2.
Well, if there was going to be a map this week that you would do a Nexus first on, this would be the one.
No, wouldn't this be horrible because your opponent could just contain you forever? Alright, in the top right, in the Navy, we have Shafir, and in the top left, it's Ash Space currently up 1 game.
Yeah, I don't think I would do it here, but if you were going to do it somewhere on this, like you would do it on the 4-player map that you're not guaranteed for a scout.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Obviously, you wouldn't want to do it on Bloody Ridge ever.
No, I wouldn't want to do it on Overwatch ever either. Like, if they get control of that bridge in Overwatch, nightmare. That's a nightmare.
Yeah, but you just go the other way, can't you?
But so, like, if you go if they get like some kind of vision, they see you go the other way to escape, they just destroy your natural. They just move forward through the bridge. No, it's not fun at all. Oh, well, let's see what these guys do here.
I thought that probe was going to leave the base, but no.
If it was leaving the base for some kind of shenanigans, it would be dramatically too late right now.
True, true. You can fit 2 gates in the center, right? There's not that much buildable space on there. I've discovered it's terrain, but I'm pretty sure you can fit 2 gates.
I have no idea. Clayfields is not a lab wrap. I have no idea. I'm not good at Clayfields. You're getting committed.
Oh, well, don't you play in CPL? Don't you have to learn it as well?
I've only played a couple times this season. I'm not doing so well so far. I'm gonna just sit back and have a good time.
Because you don't learn the maps.
I only volunteer when I know the maps. See? Got him.
Ah, I see. Makes sense.
Still not doing great. There's some fantastic players in Tier 2 this season. I'm outclassed. I stepped up too early.
I think everyone, like literally everybody in CPL feels the same way. They're like, I'm too high in my tier. Alright, so by the way, this probe looked like it was going to scout for a proxy, but now I see this is actually probably just the path that it takes on Clayfields to go to the top right. Interesting.
Yeah,
I would have thought it would go along the top.
It's just the path. It's a little outside that middle area. Now, we actually finally have a deviation of the early build. Space going for 2-gate Zealot. This is going to be that Zealot expand I was mentioning. But it was like, what if you gas stole? This is what you would do.
I see. So yeah, he's going to go for a fast Nexus with this?
Yeah, he's going to go. He's going to delay the gas a long time. He's going up to 5 Zealots, getting a Nexus, then a Forge to protect you against DTs, and then you tech up with your superior economy and catch up in a minute.
Okay, so try explaining this to someone who doesn't play StarCraft. It's like, okay, so he's spending a lot of minerals on Zealots, and that means he's going to spend a lot more minerals to get a Nexus. It's like, don't Zealots cost minerals? Like, it doesn't make sense on one level, you know? But obviously, I can see how this works, yeah. Oh, he's taking gas right now, though, actually. So is this actually going to transition into an aggressive build instead of an expansion?
What? Okay, I have no idea now. Now this makes no sense to me. I think he might just be getting gas to make sure it doesn't get stolen.
Maybe he was anticipating a Nexus first, and he just wants to put the pressure of Zealots on and then suddenly show up with Dragoons. Maybe.
That sounds... No, that doesn't make sense. Shafir, though, only mining 1 out of the gas. I'm super confused by both players right now.
I think Shafir just trying to get enough minerals for another gate or 2 here. Okay, so Zealot comes up, but we're against a probe and a Zealot is outclassed. I mean, I don't know, this could look alright. Oh no, the Goon's already out, never mind. Oh gosh.
Yeah, I think Shafir actually just forgot to add guys to gas. There's like no reason to delay the guys in gas.
Well,
you want
he
to
must have been
goon
mining
production,
with 3
you
at
need all
some
3.
point, because he started range. He must have mined with 3 at some point to get enough gas for that and to goon right away. So I'm sure he pulled out and then put back on.
So, I really don't like Space's build.
No.
If he was going for that expand, I would like it. Like, because that's something that it's clean, it makes sense. But going for this gas, this super late cybernetics.
Oh, look at these zealots! They're just running right past! Oh my gosh, that goon getting caught, that's so huge. Oh my god, that's enormous. I can't believe that goon got trapped so easily.
Oh, this shouldn't happen.
This just had to brain, does it? And now he's going to go for the probes here. I mean, you can have goons if you want, but good luck stopping him killing a lot of probes. Oh, well, nice drills so far, but these zealots just so tanky.
Oh, jeez.
Wow. Taking out so many probes. Oh my gosh.
And we have space sending goons across the map too, so there's going to be no ramp control for Shafir. This is going to be tragic. Oh dear.
I didn't notice that like infiltrator probe of spaces in there, and I'm like, how did that probe die? And then I realized there was like a traitor among Shafir's probes. Oh my gosh. 12 probes to 22. That was such a strong move by Space, trapping that goon. My gosh.
Yeah, so you will understand this fully. You know when you like teach someone's like, this is what you do for these reasons, and then you go, this shouldn't work, but then it does.
Yeah.
Because he shouldn't have broken that ramp, but then he did.
Yeah,
like,
I think Shafir's mistake that he wasn't blocking it properly, right? He pulled back his one probe, and then there was just a gap, and the Zealot's just like, okay, in we go.
Well, he was also blocking using the Dragoon on the ramp instead of a little bit back. Like, you can have that Zealot in the middle, maybe a couple probes or something, but having that Dragoon up in melee range when you're getting 2-gate Zealoted, it's like, you're just asking for trouble. And now we look at this giant worker lead for Space. He doesn't even have to take the expansion. You can see he's actually going straight into Robo, just in case. That's like the only way you lose right here. Is like
look
maybe
at this setup by Space. Really nice Dragoon positioning there. Wait, does Space not have range? Surely he has range. I would have thought those goons would fire. I mean, I don't know. I'm probably just going crazy here, and he's had range for like 5 minutes.
I'm not sure. I was so focused on other things about the build and getting riled up.
Yeah.
But we do see Space transitioning to 3-gate Observer. Not going to go for the Reavers, just getting Observer, get an idea what his opponent's doing. And he's going to keep up this Dragoon production. The moment he sees this Nexus happen, he's going to crush Shafir. It's going to be so bad.
I mean, that's what I'm expecting, right? Like, how can Shafir defend this? Well, we do see 2-gate Robo coming down with Shafir, but a Reaver is like a million miles away right now. It might as well be 1,000 years from when a Reaver's going to be out if our Space starts moving out.
Which, I mean, if you still look at the probe count for Shafir, still very low. He's actually not mining 3 guys out of gas. I don't know if that's by choice to get the extra mineral income, or if a couple of them died to the Zealots earlier and he never replaced them. But he's going to try to go towards those Reavers and realize, oh crap, I can't afford any of this. And here comes all the
gas pull was deliberate.
This is so bad.
Oh, okay, so this is a good position for Shafir. Even with that Observer, Shafir can still potentially turn this to his advantage. And look at that, so many free shots going down already. Oh man, this is actually a terrible engage for Space, but he does pull back before losing any goons. Okay, Shafir needs to be careful. He can't come down here. Oh, go back up the ramp. Oh my gosh, okay, Space getting right on top of this. That high ground advantage is good, but it's not accurate.
No, not at all.
Oh yeah, looks like Shafir will get cleaned up.
Especially since we see Shafir being incredibly greedy right now. He's not even producing out of the 2 gates he has. He's trying to add on 2 more. Just hope he has like a window to get like a bunch of like economy going. But he doesn't realize how behind he is.
Yeah, and I think Space can just come across here and kill this Nexus for sure now. Oh, he's even transferring the probes, although, like, how many probes does he have? He's leaving like 7 in the main. Oh my gosh. Space almost up to like double the probes now. Here comes these dudes.
Off 1 Nexus too.
Yeah.
Like he's...
Second Nexus not even finished. Okay, so Shafir immediately just sends those probes back. There's nothing you can do here. Like I said, a Reaver might as well be 1,000 years away. There's no way a Reaver's going to come out in time.
Honestly, if Space took this Observer and saw nothing's at the ramp, he could have walked up there and ended this game right there. But he's going to settle for the Nexus and be safe.
Well, to be honest...
Actually, yo, you can force your way through 2 of them. Just go. Just force it.
Well, I think this might be a mistake, to be honest. Because the probes can help out clean this up, and I don't think Space is going to finish him off here.
Well, Space is reinforcing 3 at a time, too, so he can fight this production.
I'm not sure about this, because in my opinion, killing the Nexus is as good as a win anyway. So I don't think you need to take that risk. Okay, more reinforcements do show up, like you said, though. I don't know. I don't think going up that ramp is a good idea.
It was a good idea before
Sure.
the second set of goons popped up. When it was
Sure.
just the two, it was fine. When there was nothing, it was
Ooh,
fine.
I would say only when it was nothing. When there's the two, like, you know the others are coming. But yeah, he should easily be able to kill this Nexus now. Again, Goon's so good at killing Protoss buildings. Sadly.
Goons are just good in general.
Yeah, he can easily focus this.
Yeah. Next easily goes down. Only loses one goon. The retreat's going to go off clean. Meanwhile, that second Nexus is fully up and running. Look at the probe lead for space. He's sitting so pretty right now. And it has the tech he needs, so there's nothing that's going to catch him off guard and really like throw him off.
Yeah, I mean, does Shafir even have a bay? I don't see one. So he can't even build a Reaver. Like, what's he going to do? Drop goons in your base?
Actually, yeah, so Shafir has the robe. I don't even see the observatory. Am I blind?
Yeah, I don't think he has anything. So he can build shuttles.
Yeah, this is one of those classic games where things just get thrown off, and
Yeah.
it's easy to forget like the standard course. I actually play with a notebook with like marks of, hey, you're on 2 base, have these things in case this stuff happens, so I can get back on track.
Well, you know, Shafir was just sitting there doing his build, and the space is just like, aha, 3 zealots. Or 4 zealots even. And, you know, that he didn't really have an answer for that. I'm surprised Space didn't assemble an attack there. Actually, there's more goons still. Oh, I guess.
Well, like you were just saying, in the same way that you're like, oh, I don't want to go off the ramp. Like, why go into a natural that doesn't have a nexus? There's no reason to commit to that.
That is totally true. Well, the goon count is a bit more even now. Although these 2 goons getting caught, or maybe they are the hunters. Who knows?
Well, there is a shuttle with a Reaver and a Dragoon as well, so this fight might be remotely even until that Reaver shows up, then it's a landslide.
Yeah. Even 1 Scarab, or maybe none Scarab. There you go, it did probably like 10 damage, I didn't really see.
Honestly, even without that Reaver, there's enough Dragoons here to fight this clean.
Yeah. Oh my god, these Scarabs are useless. Oh, get in there! Okay, there we go, that one also does like 10 damage. If it did any, I'm not sure it did any. Oh, I don't know about this. Look at this high ground for Shafir as well. And he has more goons now. That Reaver literally just like gifted into the hands of the Dragoons. Somehow survives. Oh wow, such good micro actually.
Yeah, that's unbelievable Reaver micro.
Wow.
Not get that killed immediately.
Oh my god. Aspace microing so hard, attacking up a ramp into a concave he didn't need to. But yeah, I think that was good for Shafir overall. I mean, Shafir still has no Nexus though, so I don't think it matters. But that was like probably the worst possible fight Space could have taken, except for keeping the Reaver alive for so long.
Yeah, I would love to see how this game would have gone if there wasn't so much damage early, because Space has taken some really bad fights here. And I don't know if that's just because, oh, I did so much damage it doesn't matter, or would he have taken these bad fights anyway?
Well, I'm sure whatever kind of fights he took, his Reaver micro would be great.
Micro in it is great, but then he's positioning the army a little, unfortunately. Something to work on. But we see Space moving up towards that Citadel, going to get into those speed lots again and go into Templar whenever he's ready. But he's sitting so comfortable right now. Double the probe count, has that second.
What about the goon count? He sure does not have double the goon count right now. Shafir actually coming in here. Where are the Reavers? Oh, he's defending in the main with more goons. Okay, I guess reinforcements will come down.
These guys are able to clean this up, and Space is also on a good economy with 7 gates. There's no way this keeps going for Shafir. It's just not enough.
That's it, GG. That's the end.
Oh, so we see Space taking that with a clean 2-0. Shafir
well
tried to
done
put
by
up the best defense he could, just didn't have the economy to back it up.
Yeah, it seemed like in both games, Space really had the initiative for whatever reason.
Right.
And that just like zealot move, just like aha. What are you gonna do now?
I can't. Oh man, there's so many things. There's like, all right, this build doesn't make sense, but okay, that's fine. It's okay. It's okay. And then the worst thing is that Shafir also got unlucky and scouted it last, so he didn't see what was happening and didn't get to react a little more appropriately, get ready for that kind of attack. It just lost the world. It was tragic.
Okay, so in the top right, in the black, we have Wrecking Ball. Now that must be an AKA, right?
Yeah, Wrecking Ball's Brett.
Great. Okay, so we have Brett. And the bottom left, we have IRK Argy. I was waiting for Crazy to play for you. He was waiting for a sub, apparently. So, Argy off racing Protoss this season, because he would probably just crush everyone with Zerg. So, got to give someone a chance, right? So we're looking at a PVC.
Jerk. But wait, does Crazy play Zerg?
Crazy's Terran.
Yeah, but he was saying waiting for Crazy to off race for you against the Zerg. Does Crazy play Zerg?
No, I don't think so.
Interesting.
I mean, anyone can play any race at a basic level, right?
No, I can't play Terran at all.
You can't, like...
I'm hot garbage.
Make, like, I don't know, one tank with Siege and, like, call it a day.
Is it that easy? Is this your admission?
Yeah, man, Terran's pretty good.
No, I'm actually just terrible. Like, I'll make the Marines, and then you're like, move them across the map. Impossible. It can't be done.
No, see, that's the thing about Terran. You don't even have to move across the map. It's TVB, top versus bottom. That's right.
Yeah, so for the chat, yeah.
Make sure you GG is what he's saying. When I win, Brett, make sure you type GG in all chat. That's what he's telling him.
Oh, we do see Agi going for a gateway expand, which for someone off racing, that's very confident.
Well, I mean, actually, I think when you're off racing, you'd rather do a micro-intensive build because that skill might transfer better, I think. But yeah,
but
on
the
Bloody
thing,
Ridge, I think it makes sense to two-player map.
I mean, I do like the ability to put pressure on and see what, like, get that scouting info, use your knowledge of the game to get that little extra intelligence. But Gateway Expand, if you're a little careless and lose the Zealots, like a little bad position or something, it just falls apart so quickly. Like, if someone was like an off race for us, I would never expect them to Gateway Expand.
Oh my gosh, he doesn't block the hatchery. I think that's a bit of a mistake by Argy there. I was surprised he went in, seeing the second drone, but there you go. That's very important for Wrecking Ball, because if this gets out of hand, maybe he wants a sunken, but even then, just getting the lava up is really important against gateway opening.
Well, I mean, you gotta get that probe in the base and see how many lanes actually get made.
Well, I suppose so.
And seeing only the pair, he knows he can be very confident, very aggressive.
Look at this, he's
right
doing
now.
that bullshit spot where you shoot over the minerals. Okay, there you go, just pull back on the links, though. Okay, so...
Is Mr. 60 health workers going to complain that probes are too good?
Dude, they have, like, negative range. Have you seen them try to attack? They're like...
I've seen them not die while they protect the real units.
they're the real units. No, man, SCVs are a real unit, I'll tell you that. They're pretty strong. But, when they're trying to attack, they're, like, going full speed, and then they, like, kind of, like, slow down and glide, and then there's, like, inch in for the last little bit. It's so annoying. Okay, this Zealot coming in very boldly, actually. Gonna go straight for drones here. Oh my gosh. Gets 2 hits. Pulls back. That probe going for blood. Okay, pulls it back.
Well, having this probe here
my god.
Very, very, very
that
substantial.
Is such a strong position for that Zealot.
Yeah, very good. There's that little gap. Is
Brett's in a lot of trouble already, to be honest. Just having the Zealot and this probe here. Oh my god. Okay, another Zealot coming in as well. Uh-oh, this is looking pretty bad for Brett. He does take out that probe at least. But now there's 2 Zealots here? Oh,
yeah,
gosh.
I don't like that he's getting the Zergling speed, but trying to just make a little bit of Zerglings here and there, but not building any kind of stack defense to secure the front of the thing. If Agi just wants to keep throwing Zealots...
Takes out that Zealot with drones. That was a really nice move by Brett. He actually outranged that Zealot because it was on hold position there. That was well done.
Yeah, but here comes another one. So yeah, I got a pair of Zealots in here, still harassing this drone line. Only 10 workers for Wrecking Ball. And the big thing is that he's seeing there's not a lot of minerals being mined, nothing out of the gas right now.
Yeah.
Like, he knows he's doing a lot of damage, even if he doesn't get kills.
He did get 1 drone. I mean, every drone is huge. But yeah, just the amount of lins being made, like you say. Oh, will that survive? No, it will not. Okay, 1 more coming in. Okay, now I'm starting to question this from Magi, though. I think he shouldn't be sending this last Zealot in, because look how many lins there are. It's not going to do anything.
Yeah, this is a little bit overbold here. There's not too many. There's too many lengths where this isn't going to anything, especially with speed being finished.
And you got to be careful because the counterattack can happen here. If Brett goes right away, I mean, cannons take a hell of a long time to walk in. That's a lot of leads too. Gosh. Okay, so he has 1 probe and Zealot, but I think that's not enough. I think he actually needs more probes here, or these things is going to get in and do huge counter damage.
Yeah, I'm not sure if this is enough to get through. I think that if that probe dies, it's over. And Wrecking Ball
Well,
has to kind of commit to it. He's actually going for the gateway. Don't agree with this,
I
but
think
he's
he
doing a
can
lot of
get
damage.
it. I agree that the probe would have been better. Okay, I think he could have got that, to be honest. But yeah, I think he can get this gateway. Mauling's coming out as well. Ooh.
I don't think he gets the gateway before that second cannon finishes.
True, I guess that's the problem. If he went for that probe, he might have got in, but it seems that he will be deflected. And you know what? Brett's making nothing but lings. So I think, oh no, he is droning again now. But he only has 10 drones. Argy's looking real good as long as he keeps this wall up.
Yeah, we still have nothing out of the gas from the Zerg player either. No lair on the way, no tech on the way. And without this is just committed lings.
Well, here's
if you
the
see
thing,
like this,
right? He's already damaged that gateway so much, it's actually not that hard to kill it now. And that's a lot of lings. Like, 2 cannons is good, but that's so many. I'm sure they could kill that gateway and get past.
yeah,
Here they go.
Yeah. Let's go.
Oh, he's not the best control, but the gateway will be...
It doesn't matter. Oh, no, kill the gateway. Oh, he gives up on it to go fight the Zealots, and that is cost him all the lings.
He did not commit all of the Zergans at once either, so he did not kill a single thing there. Still going for that gateway. Oh, but those Zealots are saying no, that gateway will never fall. Oh my god, it's on 20 health.
The opportunity for Brett to
GG.
take that was so clearly there, and just like indecision is the only reason that didn't work.
Yeah, it's tough because once you commit one way and like you have second thoughts, it's too late because all your lings are dead, right? So really unfortunate there. But I gotta say, Argy with like such a strong opener, that looked insane. Like even from the first Zealot, it was like, what does Zerg even do? Like he's just in your mineral line now.
Yeah.
He's
So
like,
the one thing I really want to see from Argy there, because he saw how much damage he did with those early Zealots. Just send one probe out and see if they're building a bunch of lings, pulling them outside of your base. Do you need more cannons now? Because if you don't see any units out, then you know, like, oh, they're going back to try to drone up and get some things done. You can reliably tech, but when it's against a ling all in, you don't need Corsairs. You don't need a Stargate. You need to just not die right there.
But that's the thing. When do you know that they're never going to make anything else? How do you know? I mean, if your probe is out and you see like 500 lings or whatever, I guess, but he didn't have a probe out there. Okay, in the top left, in the grey again, we have RK up 1 game, and the bottom right, it's Brett. Same colours. I like this colour consistency. Although, if you just lost, is that like bad luck?
No, you stick to your guns. Don't be one of those people. Like, I don't understand people that are like, oh, I pick random. No, come on. It's like the only expression of individuality you get to have in this game. Pick a color.
Well, that's me. I'm one of those people. What about like your style? You know, that's how you express your individuality. Like, you know, maybe a different player wouldn't build that turret there. Maybe they would have, you know, put a mine in a different spot. That's how you express yourself. Brood War is art, people.
Yeah, but you know what else is art? Picking your freaking color.
Is that art? Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so you reckon he'll try Gateway on Clayfields?
I don't like Gateway. Like, on the 2-player map, it does make more sense. You know where your opponent is, short distance, you really get to put the pressure on. I don't like it here nearly as much. It does give you the advantage that you get to scout a bit, but the fact that Age doesn't have the probe already ready here, to me, screams that he's going for a forge.
Okay, consider that there's the chance that your opponent will try a 12 hatch here, because it is 4-player map. I mean, I know it's greedy, but, you know, there's just a chance, and I think if you're Gateway first, you do prefer that.
You do prefer that, but even still on cross spawns, you'll have enough time to defend it.
Okay, there's a forge, like you said.
As a pro, I'd be much more comfortable trying to do like Forge Nexus and skimp on cans, be greedy on my own economic play, and get into my mid game as fast as possible.
Okay, so this probe gonna come up, and hey, what do you know? It's a hatch first. Is he gonna go for the cannons? Oh, looks like he's gonna skip right into the main there.
It does. It's just so hard to make that work in Brood War. That's a StarCraft 2 strategy.
No, for sure you can do it in Brood War.
You can do it,
and
but
this
like
mineral line looks so good. You just put like 2 pylons, done. You got space. He's gonna go for probes anyway. I mean for drones. Oh, don't lose that probe. Okay, pull it back.
Well, you were saying like you could do it in this mode, but like look at the game we just played.
Oh, he's doing it. He's doing it. Okay, no, I got too excited.
No, he's not.
Okay, he did build a Nexus, didn't he? I just wanted to see it
that first game. He went for gateways, did more damage than he probably should have. Found these great openings for the Zealots, if you had a game like that against your opponent, and went, oh, I'm comfortable with my mechanics. Like, why would you risk doing a cannon rush that might fail and just hand a game over to your opponent on the best macro map of the pool? Like,
but it's not like
you
he
should
won
be
in a long
comfortable.
macro game. He did an aggressive opening and his opponent tried an all-in that failed. Maybe in a macro game he does have the disadvantage.
Yeah, but he did. Like, I think you look at the way the first game went, and Age probably feels comfortable. Like, I'm better than this guy. I just need to not lose. That's the way I'm thinking, thinking about how am I going to win this series. That's how I would take it from Age's position.
I don't think the game was as one-sided as you say. Well, okay, no, it was one-sided, but it wasn't like that. It was more like his opening just worked, and the counter all-in was kind of botched, I guess. I don't think it really showed that one player has the advantage or not in this match.
Right, so go back to my point. I just need to not lose.
No, but it's not that easy. He needs to win somehow. Look, I think, obviously, we have all the information. I think it would have worked perfectly because Brett didn't actually have any scouting. If he just started building them as soon as his Brett got there, I don't think Brett would have been able to stop it. Look, I just want to see cannon rushes, okay? I still haven't seen
try.
you in CPL.
I try it. It's fun, man. The cannon rush is fun, but you don't do it against Zerg very often because it's just even theoretical best opening. You cannon rush the natural to force them into their main, but the third drone's already out. They make the second hatch anyway, and then they Hydra bust you because you invest so much on these cannons. It just doesn't really work.
Any Terran players listening, I still want to see a nuke in a casted game. Come on, you guys can do it. Well, tough that probe. So
it was Nada your hero? Was he almost the best?
Almost. He tried so hard.
I was actually awake to watch that live at 5 in the morning for some reason. I had to work in 2 hours. I'm like, what is happening right now? This is amazing.
Yeah, I get up at 5 to see Nada play again, but I don't think it's going to happen, sadly.
Alright, so this is an interesting situation we're seeing, though. Age still has the probe in the main, sees the lair. I don't think he saw the spire, but there's a lot of Zergling he's made. Brett has a lot of options of what he wants to do, but he's not being really greedy right now with his economy. And I'm curious to see if he's going to try to put some pressure on to see what's going on, because these Lings weren't even outside the natural, not really getting any idea of what's going on.
Yeah, I think Wrecking Ball might have forgot that probe's there. Not sure. Okay, these Lings are hanging around.
Actually, what is going on with Age? He has a lot of gas, no Stargate started, no Citadel started. What is happening right now?
I don't know. Okay, it looks like he's going to start that Stargate now. Bit of a build mistake there. Pretty severe, actually. That could be really bad.
That's very severe. Because you need to build that Corsair count up to fight against Mutalisk. If Wrecking Ball go Inspire, it actually commits to it. This is very risky.
But that probe's still in the base. You can see everything at least. Second gas so early. Not as early as you probably want for Mutalisk, but it still seems early. Not sure what he's thinking here. Oh, there come those Lings. That probe is not going to go home.
It might.
No. He's doomed. There you go, dead. Okay, so he's getting Flyer Carapace. Okay, there we go. 2 Mutalisks on the way. Does he have some notion this Stargate is so late? Okay, but the Corsairs are being built, and there's cannon in the main. So you know what? Age's probably going to be alright here.
I think he has an idea that it's either not Stargate or something happened early, because there's no Stargate scouting him right now. No Corsair in his base looking at what's going on. And that's, by the time you could start making Mutas, you haven't seen a Corsair yet.
Yeah, you're quite right about
you have
that.
an idea. Although he's probably not expecting what Age's actually doing. He probably thinks it's a Citadel opening.
Yeah,
but while Age's just kind of fumbled. I don't know what this is.
Yeah, I think if it's a Citadel move out, those Mutalisks are quite good to defend that, of course. Yeah. Well, we'll see if he sends him across the map. I mean, he kind of needs to either way, doesn't he, just to get the information.
Yeah. I think, because you see Age actually double canning both mineral lines, I think this was, like that classic Brood War where it's like, I'm going to send it to start the building, then you make a probe and you don't have the mineral, so you don't notice it didn't start. That's the only thing I can think actually happened.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Okay, he's keeping
I think
his
everyone knows what I mean with that one.
For sure. There's some blessed player out there who just always knows if a building's going to start or not. I envy that person so much.
You mean a map hacker? That's not a blessed person at all.
Okay, Okay, so these Mutalisks, I mean, they can be annoying, but there's so many cannons here. Oh my gosh, Brett, get them out of there! Loses 2 meters for nothing. Very sloppy there. Not sure what he was thinking. I guess he was just paying attention to something else.
I do actually like Brett's spot here, though. He saw the heavy investment in defensive cannons. He doesn't see a giant pile of zealots at the front. And he has enough mutas where it's like, you don't want to just send your zealots out to see what's going on. And while he built like 4 mutas, he went hard on drones afterwards. He didn't keep committing to mutas right away. Yeah, so he's actually in a good spot. You can actually see Brett right now up on workers.
He's going for very fast lurker tech here too, but I'm a bit worried when RK builds up a critical mass of Corsairs here, and Brett's relying on Scourge to send. I think RK's going to come out here and do a lot of damage because we don't see huge amounts of Hydras. He's just getting like lurker aspect immediately, so I think he's just going to make a few for Hydras. But these spores are coming up, and you know what? In this scenario, it actually might be worthwhile. Because yeah, I don't think Brett's going to have much of an answer for this Corsair swarm. Is that the right word?
Sure.
I guess swarm's more of a Zerg word.
This Age expansion, intriguing. I don't know how much I like this positioning when he had the high ground third so much closer to him. I think this is kind of just playing off. I hope it doesn't get spotted for a while.
I feel like I can never definitively say a hidden base is a bad move. You know, because like the worse the spot, the kind of more bold it is, and like the less chance I'll actually scout there. You know what I mean? So
it's bad when it dies.
Yeah, that's right. That's the only metric, right? Because the more obvious it is, actually, the better it is. Okay, so there's no overlords for that spore to defend. Oh, there's only 3 Hydras there. Oh, there's the Scourge.
There's a lot. This is... Oh, no. That was a great connection.
Oh my gosh, only 2 Corsairs left. These Mutalisks, plenty to kill them. I think they can move and shot them all the way home. Not the best micro from Brett, but... Oh, he does let it go, unfortunately. But still...
I mean, he basically reset it, and Age stopped building Corsairs. So that one Corsair, like, that's not going to be tremendously useful. He didn't keep building up to the count. He's transitioned straight into Zealot Templar.
Yeah, that's a huge deal, because we see... Age just went straight for an Archon here as well. I think he was really expecting, like, an air fight.
Is that 10 lurkers? Do you see that 10 lurkers?
Yeah, I see it.
Oh, man. Brett is playing... Like, I actually love the way he's playing this right now, because he saw, like, oh, you're not going to keep going Corsairs? So many Zealots? How about 1,000,000 lurkers? So many lurkers that your Zealots can never actually walk through.
And just, like, the fact he swooped in from, like, the right angle to surprise Age with those Scourge. Oh, man, what are these Mutalisks doing? Oh! I don't know, the ball's on Brett right now. Okay, he does get hit. Yeah, that's what happens if you fly your Mutalisks over that.
Yeah, you don't get tickled by the blue ball.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, nice Storm. That was a really nice Storm, actually. Yeah, these Mutalisks are almost done, really. Like
here comes all these lurkers, but Age should have seen this. Retreating without taking too much damage.
Yeah, there's only 2 meters left and they're extremely damaged, so the mutas aren't really a threat. But yes, the lurkers. No observers out. Oh man, and this position here, if he gets lurkers spread out right, this becomes almost impossible for Protoss to break out of. Ooh, nice.
Well, you're saying no lurkers. There's not even robotics. We're so far away from this actually.
Oh look, and these are just burrowed here now. Like, what can he do? He just has to run. A DT can try its best, but not going to do enough.
I mean, IA to me is making a good call here.
Yeah.
It's so many lurkers, just counterattack. He can't have stuff at home if he has 1,000,000 lurkers at your natural.
And also, like, he needs stuff out of the map now, because if he goes back into his natural now, I don't think he's ever getting out. But look at this, there's a bunch of Hydras here. Needs to fall back to his SimCity though. I don't know about fighting out on the map. Age with amazing upgrades here, +2 attack.
Yeah, this isn't really enough SimCity. There's only the one sunken here. Not a lot of Hydras. Although there is no... the Temple are very lagged behind, so they can't support the storms just yet.
Well, a lot of Hydras going down in front of that wall, yeah. Oh, nice Storm too. Finish off those last few Hydras, and man, looks like Age's going to do serious damage with this. Brett, very bravely, just like keeping those lurkers there, committing to contain, and confident that he's going to be able to clean this up, but this is looking like it's going to be enormous damage.
What is Age doing?
Double Robo?
He's making... Yeah, double Robo? Is he going hardcore Reaver?
I mean, when there's that many lurkers out, why not? Oh, this Archon could have got so many kills, but it's not doing anything. Well, it's still doing its best. Honestly, not as many drones went down as I would have... Oh. Now they went down. Did you see that?
No, you were like, not as many drones, and I remember looking at the worker count, I'm like, Brett lost 10. That's a lot. I think he lost a lot.
Well, an Archon, as I was saying that, an Archon just killed 4 drones with a single shot, so, you know. So yeah, it was a pretty good attack, I reckon. So, Goon Reaver, I think, going to come up here, probably. Unless he just wants to double pump observers to make sure they can't be sniped, which I think would also be reasonable.
I mean, he is building that support base, so I think it is going to be
He built the second
Reaver.
robo at the other base, so he's going to defend that as well.
He's pre-building a shuttle, though. I think he is committing into a big Reaver kind of play.
You know what? This contain is nowhere near as good with this third base, is it? Like, Arge's probably fine with this. He's just chilling. 3 base first.
Yeah, that third. Nothing has ever been near that third base, and he's actually. We see Arge moving a probe out. He's gonna take the upper right, and you got to think Brett thinks he has a hard contain right now because he has that laying up at the expected third, and he, like there's no, he has no idea.
No.
Arge, you beautiful cheeky bastard.
All right, Overlord view range coming up. It always happens. Will he let it finish? Very important upgrade. Well, how's he going to spot those hidden bases if his overlords can only see the normal distance, right? Okay, he does cancel it, damn it.
Brett sent a Lang up to the third that Augie did take it. He got killed by cannons. Let's see if Brett actually noticed.
Ooh. Okay, he's just getting more and more cannons though. Like, does it even matter? Even putting those probes, I assume, on hold position there. I'd love to see him make a gateway here and make a Templar or a DT. Okay, look, these Scourge are going to scout it. Right? Oh, he sees this top right, actually, which might be more important because he can actually do something about this. And he does see the hidden base. But there's no way he's getting in there. Like, there's just so many cannons, don't even bother. I mean, already this top right location, if those cannons finish... Okay, no, they're not going to finish. Hydras are anywhere within 100 meters of them, I guess they're dead.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for...
He just cancels them.
I'm still waiting for an observatory. I don't see one yet from Augie.
It's at his third. It's at his third.
Oh, there it is.
He even has an observer out right now.
Yeah, because I mean, he's about to finish his +3 weapons upgrade, so he's gonna be very strong on the map once he wants to move out. He's starting shuttle speed as well.
If Brett attacks this base, I don't think it's gonna go very well. I'll say that much. He's clustering his forces around here.
You were gonna walk past it, just walk past it. Don't go up a ramp at the Cannon's Reaver. That's that's a nightmare.
Yeah, just take your own fit. Forget this base. Protoss will mine this out unless you have like Swarm, 50 Ultras, drops.
He is going into Hive Tech, so Swarm Lings will kill that eventually. Just
they won't. Not with 2 Reavers there.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
If he has like 100 Zerglings, they'd probably kill 1 Reaver, maybe, barely. You need like Ultras and/or drops for this. Like,
I'm much more a fan of drop than ultras up that SimCity. They won't do anything.
Oh, but they're so tanky though. If you put Swarm down, it does take a long time for the Reavers to kill them, so they can make it happen. Ultra Swarm is actually extremely good. But yeah, I think he should just forget it, and I think he is very smartly. He's just like, okay, fine, you can have that one, Augie. Well, you keep that one, and he's just strengthening this contain. Okay, I don't know what was going on with those lurkers there. Well.
I mean, so the way this game's been played, Augie got away with this hidden expansion. It's so turtle up now, it's not going to get broken, but we still see Brett macroing very hard. It's, like, the unit supply equal to the Protoss.
God, that's
this
really good.
Is, like, Brett doing a good job.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't know what Augie's plan is here. Hidden base or no, he does have to leave his base. I mean, he's going to send this shuttle to harass. I mean, I want to say you can't win a game by harass, but I guess you sort of can? It would be tough. Okay, but look at this base.
You super can, but...
This base is not going to be harmed by this Reaver. Like, look how many Hydras are here. Oh no, he's flying right into it!
Yeah. I mean, he's got speed. Oh, he found a good spot. He's going to get the drop and kill
he found the perfect angle. So many Hydras going down so quickly. Man, Reavers are ridiculous. Look at that, like, 180, like, trick shot that Reaver's doing. Oh my god. Cast a curse. I said this base would not be harmed by these Reavers. I was so wrong. Oh my god, this is so much damage. Ace picks up. See you later.
So this is something, though, I would have really appreciated to see from Augie instead. We're this far into the game. Storm drop. Why are you dropping Reavers?
That shuttle. Ah.
Oh, how is it alive?
I know. I guess that's what he's spending his gas on.
No.
Oh my god, look at these lurkers out here, though. I mean, is Augie ever going to leave his base with anything other than a shuttle? Oh, that shuttle got taken out, by the way. I missed it. It got taken out by the Spore. Okay, so I think that was probably just about worth it for 2 Reavers, to be honest. It might have been alright to lose that. Because he killed a lot of stuff with that.
Yeah, but I don't like this position he's in right now. He's so turtle up in his base. Like, how do you break this contain? Although there's so many lurkers just not burrowed on the high ground, I don't love that.
I assume when things start, he just like sends them in one at a time to reburrow. Oh my god, what is this game? Look at this Great Aspire. What is he going to do with that? Oh, he's going to hit the hidden base, the third base with it. I think that actually makes sense somehow, because that's like the only thing that can actually get in here.
Yeah, Guardian, he's not kept on Corsair production. They're off the map. So yeah, go into the Guardian.
Okay, so Age trying to come out here. I mean, I wish him luck, but I just don't see it. There's so many units. Oh, this is Protoss hell right now. And there's no storm. I think Brett realizes there's no storm, so he just burrows them all super concentrated. Oh my gosh, so many goons going down. Yeah, no, this is...
Meanwhile, I'm just looking at the worker count. I'm looking at how many bases Zerg has. This is a nightmare.
Yeah, you can't... Okay, here come the Templars. But there's probes in the mix screwing everything up. Why are they there? Oh my gosh, this is a disaster. Well, he has powered through most of the Hydras though now. Start storming those lurkers. Not the best storms, but hey, they're getting something done.
Well, they're getting a lot done. More than I thought.
Maybe he can get out here. Well...
And also, Brett very cavalier with how many lurkers he made. He's actually kind of in trouble for gas. Doesn't have a bank of it at all.
Yeah, Brett's
this round is zealous.
Up. Cast a curse again, I'm doing it. I said he'd never get out of here, and look at him go.
Is this like last week where every time I said something, you're like, no, that won't happen? It's like, we're going to have another one of those where you just don't know what you're doing.
To be fair, this time you didn't say he was going to break out either.
No, I'll just start making the hot takes. You can argue with me.
Okay, fine. Oh god, these drones. They're in the wrong place at the wrong time. But they're just going to pass by peacefully. No problem. Oh man. Oh, no they're not. They're in trouble. Okay, this base suddenly not that well defended. 3 Zealots speak to Sunken easily, especially with +3. Oh my gosh, suddenly Zealots getting in everywhere, doing the damage. Adrenal Gland's not started yet. There's a mistake there by Brett. Can't underestimate those Zerglings with their Adrenal. This base is very difficult for Protoss to break, and he's suddenly running out of steam. Only Dragoons left. Ooh, I don't know about this.
See Age trying to use this opportunity to take that 9 o'clock base. Finally get a third base up, because his main's been mined out for quite... Well, his main and his natural are both mined out, so effectively this is going to be 2.
Okay, so, by the way, Adrenal finalist starts here. I hope Brett hadn't forgot about the Great Aspire. I want to see that used. Oh, dude! Harass going down at the bottom right while this attack's going on. I didn't see it. Reaver drop in the 5 o'clock, and now there's Templars in the main. Maybe Arge's looking at this and thinking, 4 drones? How did these goons win at the 3 o'clock? I don't understand how they won that fight. What?
I am not sure.
Fucking hero Dragoons. 9 kills, 5 kills, 8 kills.
Oh, they're 2-1-3. They're very upgraded Dragoons.
Okay, here comes this drop. Finally, Arge remembers his shuttle, but where are the drones even? They must be in the bottom left, because there's not hardly any here. Oh, we're just keeping it for later. But yeah, that was such a great move by Arge, harassing while he's attacking there. Oh, Link's coming up here though. Arge needs to reinforce his base or it's going to die extremely quickly. Then again, Adrenal is not done. And like superior upgrades mean these Zealots are actually 2-shotting. Wow, 2 Zealots actually holding off 8 Lings. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, that +3 with armor and shield. Actually, we're up to 3 armor for Protoss.
Okay, everywhere right now. Look at the damage he's doing. All these Reavers need to build some goddamn Scarabs, though. This is unfortunate. Pick him up! Okay, but I think Brett will be able to win his 4th, actually. I don't see Arge coming across here with enough. Yeah, no, that Nexus is so dead.
So this is actually... Age's doing a good job. Very distracting right now. Red. Pulling over place. But look at...
I didn't see what
look at the income for Age. He has no minerals.
Yeah.
Nothing.
That's
no income, no nothing right now. He's got to be very careful.
And you know, I think he's being too ambitious with his multitasking because this shuttle has never dropped its Templar. It just keeps moving back and forth and not doing anything. But yeah, I think you're right. Age actually might be still in trouble. And look, there it goes, taking out by Scourge. Oh, it does drop a Templar just in time somehow. How? Oh my god. How is Age keeping his units alive like this? I can't believe this Templar like defended itself. Okay, that Hydra will finish off though. Yeah.
Oh, Consume about to be finished for Defilers. This could be the push he needs for Brett to put pressure on one.
Where are the Guardians, man? Where are the Guardians? I wanted to see them.
Well, I saw a couple Mews get made, but they got
I
killed
think
off.
they were
by
leftovers. I think earlier when he was fighting the Archon, he actually did just run those two away. I think. There we go. They're morphing. Where the hell are they?
They're outside the 3 o'clock base.
Oh, I see them.
So they're
Cool.
pretty far away from anything, but they're gonna be going up.
That lurker just took out so many probes. Oh. You know, it seems like every PvZ I watch, things are going pretty bad for the Protoss, and then just lurker spines hit their probes, and it's just like the nail in the coffin. Oh, these
I'm just looking at how no money Age has. He needs to like commit and get a Nexus and get something going.
He just needs to send his army over to this 9 o'clock. He's like just chilling in the natural and letting it get taken. Oh, okay, he has the I suppose.
He's taking his appropriate.
I mean, okay, Scarabs only cost 15 minerals, so you know maybe he's gonna do this. Oh, look at this! Here he comes. Age's everywhere with this harass. Oh, that burrow though, very nice. He has an observer, but you can still only take out one at a time like that.
Yeah, I really don't like him going for reaver drops here. He has 3,000 gas. Get Templar. Are you freaking kidding me right now?
Well, it's doing the job though. Oh, wow. Let's take out these drones. Well, if he can secure this base, these 2 bases. Oh man, I don't like that Age's just chilling his army in the natural while these 2 bases are basically exposed. He really needs to get in position for that. Okay, this shuttle will continue. Needs to be careful about dropping on those Hydras. Okay, where are the Guardians at though? Oh,
they're over at the 9 o'clock.
No, why are they attacking the Protoss army? That's their worst task. They'd be much better suited to
they were attacking they shut down the 9 o'clock Nexus.
Oh, I didn't see that. Oh, there's more. I didn't see that. Oh. Okay, fair enough. I really thought they would attack this 9 o'clock. That would have been ideal. But yeah, I guess Age can't really defend that gas no matter what he does. Not that he needs gas.
So the big thing I'm just looking at right now, we actually have 5 defilers on the way for Brett. So he's going to be in an interesting spot in figuring out what he wants to do. But what I just want to see from Age right now is that he's not really trying to secure this next base. He's doing these little harassment tactics, but he's not killing any bases. So Brett's kind of... I feel like Brett's getting out of control.
Oh my god, these Guardians might get in a really annoying spot here. Oh, what? How did you fly these in here? I was sure these were going to die. Oh, this
they're in the range for a Dragoon, though.
That is a very upgraded Dragoon. Oh.
And then here's an A Corsair. Oh, no!
Wish it made a Devourer. Okay, yeah, no, this Guardian's not going to do anything. Shame. And the other one's getting taken out by a couple of Corsairs. Okay, Overlord vision range is being upgraded again. Will he finish it this time? Come on. Oh my gosh, meanwhile, I keep missing these drops by Age. He's destroying all the tech. Okay, the Queen's Nest is not that important though, I will say. Get that Defiler Mound though, and the Spire, that's pretty huge. And like the Hydrogen is just
the Spire would be the big hit if you can get that. Actually, getting the spawning pool here would be really big if your opponent doesn't pay attention.
Any of these things. And like he does have that base, the Guardian didn't kill any probes there. That said, he doesn't have that many probes left. Okay, Scourge finally coming across, but they can't stop the Reavers from doing their work. And Hydra's gonna come in here.
I mean, so we are on a clock though for Age. That third that he took forever ago, it's starting to get mined out. He hasn't secured another base really.
He has
the appropriate third. So he's on like 2, and one's gonna mine out very soon. So like he hasn't been able to secure the 9 o'clock. He's not going for the middle, and Zerg's sitting on like every other expansion on the map pretty much. So Age's gotta get something done soon, otherwise he's gonna slowly bleed out.
You know what's better than 1 Corsair? 2 Mutalisks apparently. Oh, but there's another Corsair.
Well, that's just not fair then.
I think the Mutalisks still win this, to be honest. Why does Age have Plasma Shields and all things? Uh-oh, Hydras. Okay, so I'm going across in a desperate attack here. Well, I don't know about this. There's Swarm ready. There's plenty of observers, though.
Yeah, Age got a shield upgrade because he has double forge. He was upgrading him hard earlier.
Alright, he's going to go for a plague here. Nope, it is a Swarm. I was wrong. Nice Swarm. Well, those Scourge are not going to shoot anything. Damn, Age might do a lot of damage here. Maybe he can clear out this top right and take it for himself after all.
I think so. There's only defilers here. There's that
man.
Nidus that's gonna go down soon too. So
That swarm is not helping the Zerg. This Hydra's not doing anything. Oh man, these Templars just walking in and getting annihilated by this Sunken though. That's really unfortunate. He could have used those storms. Oh, great storm on these anti-Reaver Hydras though. Wow. Argy's been so efficient this game. I can't wait to see like the kills after this. And you know, Zerg's still only on +1 carapace after his evolution chamber got taken out.
yeah, this is just one of those things where I keep looking at the game state. I'm like, oh, Zerg has 1 million bases. This is going to be so good for Brett. And then Age just keeps like finding these opportunities to get some damage done, keep clawing his way back into it. It's making me not want to bet against him.
He's doing so much damage with so few units, and yet it's still probably not enough. I mean, just look how many Hydras are coming. It doesn't even matter how many you kill. Even if he takes out this entire base, he's still basically in a terrible spot. And I don't think he will take it out.
Can we cast or expose just a little bit, just for fun? If you want to go into Age's base and click his gateways a little bit.
Oh, oh my
Instead
god.
of having more gateways, just skew it up all the way to the max.
Oh, that hurts. That's painful.
Especially we're like 30 minutes into a game, we're still on 6 gateway of production when we're... come on, Age.
That is bad. Oh my god. That I gotta keep looking at it. Like you said, just a little bit, but I just keep selecting him.
No, keep selecting. It's fun.
Oh.
We do see consolidating some units, going for that natural, but there's no reason to go for the natural. Just shut down these other bases.
I guess he just wants to pick a fight with the army. He doesn't get back here though. Oh, nice storm. Oh my god.
Yeah, but I don't want to go into a concave versus High Templar. Like that's how you lose.
Yeah, for sure.
Another.
I guess he's just determined to make Protoss look as heroic as possible, even though he's still in these. Oh, takes out that lurker.
This is like the argument game that Protoss is fine. This is great, but Brett has lots of money, a lot of good army, but just like he's attacking spots. It's like, why here? I don't get why here.
Well, now Age's the one moving out, so oh, nice stuff on that Templar. There's other Templar hugging the enemy as they love to do.
There's one DT in this army just doing so much work. No overlords anywhere close. And a couple DTs moving towards the bottom left as well. There's some overlords here, but no static D. They're gonna have free reign.
Wow. Again, Age clearing out so much with such a small army, but it's like it's not even efficient enough. I hear more harass going down. Where was it? Oh, there's a DT down here. That's what's going on. So it seems like Age's given up on taking this 9 o'clock, but that was kind of his only hope in my opinion.
Honestly, so I've been looking at how this game's progressing. Age was down 30 supply, now he's up 30 supply.
He can't win this game.
He keeps fighting his way through this game somehow.
It's not possible. He can't win this game. There's no way. I mean, look at this army. This is such a small army. And even these goons take so much damage. Oh my god, the DTs though. Oh, huge damage. Okay, they finally will get taken out with this Overlord here. They've already done so much. Great storm. Oh, nice lurker block. That's really good.
I love that move. That's always like, that feels so good every time. It doesn't matter how many times you do it, it's still cool.
Oh, the storm though, that's pretty huge. I mean, yeah, he's going to take those out. Oh, that's actually pretty big for Protoss actually, now he's killed so much. What's that one burrowed unit? That's a Hydra. Yeah, these burrowed Hydras not having the best time. Yeah.
Not particularly, no.
Oh, they take out the Observer though, so now they can all burrow and survive. No lurkers here. And I mean, still, it's actually kind of enough.
Well, a couple lurkers coming in to reinforce that.
And Reaver's dropping in the top right while this is going on. Oh my god. Okay, Age's sent a probe to the 9, but he just doesn't have the minerals to take it. He's finally mined out of that.
Yeah, he's had that probe there for a while. He's so good at multitasking everything, but doesn't want to expand anymore.
Well, he's got to pay for his scarabs, man. How's he going to afford a Nexus with that? Oh, god.
Yeah, apparently.
Considerable number of drones getting taken out. But more just appear from the night as they're like, yep, no problem. Or were those the same ones that just came back? I honestly don't know. I mean, Zerg's still mining from plenty... Oh, I say that, but then I look at some of these bases and the drones just don't exist. Reavers are just like, drones don't exist.
Yeah, there's drones kind of hidden all over the place. The worker count's not that bad for Brett, but they're not actually at the bases. I'm a little confused.
I mean, you look at the minimap, this looks fine for Zerg, but then you look at the bases and there's actually so few drones mining anywhere. Oh my god. Okay, Argate still looking like he wants to take that base. I really want him to take that base.
No, he's got these 2 Reavers over at that 2 o'clock base, just shutting that down. There's just
Yeah.
a pile of drones hanging out outside, waiting for it to get cleared up.
Yeah, those Hydras can't do this.
Here comes the Lurkers and the Guardian, that's shut down the 9 forever. Both players are
Oh
gonna be
my
broke.
god. What is this game? Oh my gosh, these shuttle flow. The Doom Squad on its way. No Scourge around. Oh
There's
my gosh.
Hydras, but they get past the
I
Hydras,
see
they're
no
going
Scourge around,
straight
but they
into
go
that
fly
base.
right into them.
Oh, there's
Okay, here we go though. That is the worst possible spot to drop your Reavers. Look at those. That Scar went all the way down the bottom and all the way back up the top.
Dude,
Oh my
they're
god.
gonna duck. They're gonna and the burrow classic maneuver.
That was the sickest burrow because all those drones were about to die. Oh wait, never mind. I guess they're gonna die anyway. Get out of
They're
there!
gonna die.
Oh, it's dead. Oh my gosh. Shame he ran right into the Scourge. Yeah, Argue really just, honestly, I feel like he's just not trying that hard to take this 9. He never sends his army there. He just sends a couple units like, oh well, I tried. There's like 3 Zerg units there. Oh well, you know, that's what it feels like. Whereas honestly, if he secured 1 more base at the rate of efficiency he has, he could probably win the game.
Yeah, like that's all it was. Just take all this army, secure 1 more base. I don't care which one it was,
Just
but
take the
like
center.
Well,
He's
take the
running out
center,
of gas
sure.
finally.
He finally ran. Guess.
Right, he's coming down to the main now. I mean, if he takes all the tech out, that is a blow.
I don't like that though. I'd rather him actually keep shutting down some of these outlying bases. Just
Yeah.
keep the production, especially like for example that 5 o'clock base that actually has drones mining at it.
Yeah, true, and it has for a long time. It's actually almost mined out somehow. Zerg mining out bases, that's not how this game works. I mean, look at the main. There's still plenty of minerals in the main. Oh, storming those eggs again, but he storms an observer. Oh, he centers the second storm on the observer. What did that observer do,
no.
man? Alright, but I think he can take this lurker out pretty easily with a storm if it does burrow, which looks like it might. No, it's definitely not going to burrow. Look at it. Oh, there it goes. Did you see that Zealot like was going to attack it, but then he changed his mind?
I'm just trying to figure out. Brett's making another defiler mount. He didn't lose the one in the main, but this is gonna be the
Well, he's
third
about to,
defiler
though.
of the game.
He's about to, so I
He
think
is
it makes
about
sense.
But it's so far along that he saw this forever ago. He's so far ahead of
He's
the
just
game.
one step ahead, that's right. That's why he had the Guardians. Oh. But yeah, no, I mean, Argate easily going to take out all the tech here, and like, there's nothing Brett can really do about it. I mean, this is an expense for the Zerg. But hey, Zerg's still mining. Protoss is also still mining, but not for long.
Oh, here comes a Reaver again at the top right.
Oh my god. Oh, and look, the spawning pool just got remade. It just finished, and now it's going to die again. Oh my god.
Oh no.
Oh, okay, the Lurker's coming in, but like, that is not the unit you want to counter Reavers. See ya, got your spawning pool. Oh, watch out for that Scourge.
Like, this game doesn't even make sense. If you just explain it, like, on paper, like, what if I told you
Oh,
Protoss
well,
hasn't taken a base in 20
yeah.
minutes, but he looks like he's winning? What?
Yeah, like, well, Zerg has 8 bases, Protoss has 4. Like, okay, so Zerg wins, right? Actually. Oh my god.
Protoss has been
I still
mined
refuse
out.
to believe that Igo can win this game, though. There's no way. Oh my god, he's killing so many drones. Oh my god.
You remember you messaged me right before this game, said, these games are getting pretty quick, huh? This is what you get. This is what you get.
Okay. Here comes this Reaver. Needs to evade those Scourge. There are Scourge in hot pursuit. Well, I say 1, but that's enough.
I mean, the Reavers are down. Shuttle's gone, though. But Lings, one at a time. Is this going to be enough?
Oh, nope.
Oh, no.
Oh no, they kill so much.
Oh, here comes the Guardian, the anti-Reaver Guardian.
It's been sitting at that base for a long time. That's its job now. It has 3 kills. I'm pretty sure all of those are Reavers. 4 Reaver kills on one Guardian. Okay, so Argate takes out this base that hasn't mined in 10 minutes. Oh my god.
So Age's only mining base is under 200 minerals per patch. He needs to secure another base, or at least finish the job, since he doesn't want to apparently expand, he just wants to kill.
Argate's playing like story mode now, where like you start with a bunch of hero units, you can't build anything. That's what's going on right now. I mean, I guess he's still building with the income he has, but like, he's done so much with so little, and now Zerg's really low on supply. Great plague, by the way, that's huge. But Zerg
very
is
good
so
plague.
low on supply. I don't know if Zerg actually has much left. He's hardly mining at all. And he hardly has any minerals to make more drones. If this top right gets taken out, I think Argue might actually be able to take this, but look at those defenses. Those defenses are formidable. No anti-air, though.
Yeah, but like, look at Brett's setup. It's like bottom left. He has like 10 lurkers and
That's
defilers. There's no pressure here. It seems like he has these resources, but they're misallocated.
Not intimidated by these defenses, and you know what? That's fair with those storms. Everything just blanketed. No chance of surviving. Oh my god.
Yeah, nothing coming out of the night is gonna get taken down. No reinforcements coming. This top right is not long for this world.
The Guardian, though. The Guardian. He'll do it.
Okay.
Okay, Plague.
It gets all these Dragoons? Okay.
I mean, they're already plagued, but that's okay. Just want to rub it in. GG, says Brett. And you know, I think that's actually a fair call at this point, because I think Arge's army is overwhelming. My god.
How did that game happen?
I'll show you how. Just go to Units tab and look at the comparison. Oh my god. Arge, a goddamn hero.
That is one of those games that if you're like, I tuned in at 15 minutes. I'm making dinner. This game's over. I'm not even watching.
Right? Like, oh, the Zerg's won. It's all good. Oh my god.
Oh man, Arge resilient. That is the epitome kind of game of.
Yeah.
No, you don't leave.
Yeah, that's
Make
right.
them kill you. Make them kill you.
Alright, I'm gonna be right back and we'll start the next match.
All right. How's everyone doing tonight? You enjoying your start of the weekend?
Okay. Perfect. Alright, I've returned.
Fantastic. Next game's waiting for you, and guess what? There's a Terran in it.
Oh, really? I didn't know Terran existed. I thought I was the only one.
You are the only one.
Oh. So is it me?
Yeah.
Alright,
it's you on your Smurf.
Dude, Arge was asking me for highlights. I should just reference him his own game.
Yeah, how about this Reaver drop, this Reaver drop, this Reaver drop?
Oh my god. Okay, so in the top right, we have Chef Kev in the kind of pale green, and the bottom left is Jojo in the red. TVZ action. Clan internal conflict.
Are they? Is this clan? They're not the same capitalization, not the same punctuation.
True.
I think this one of them's an imposter.
Yeah, there's like the Ash clan, and then there's the a StarCraft.
Choke ruin. Missed your chance.
Yeah, true. Okay, so
do you know
this
anything?
Is not
I
the
know
right
about
game, is what I'm getting from this immediately. They should have gained the game Bloody Ridge, right?
Yeah.
So,
right.
Who made the mistake here? Was it the players or was it you?
I only downloaded what was submitted. This is the first game. It's labeled as game 1.
Maybe just gentleman's agreement. And they started on.
It's Fighting Spirit, right?
Clayfield?
This isn't even Clayfields.
No, this is Clayfields.
Is it?
Yes.
You sure?
I don't know what to tell you, man. Are you looking at the same replay I am?
I thought I was.
There's an Overlord for Jojo moving up on the left. It's at the.
Oh yeah, I guess so.
Like, is this a Fighting Spirit base? I don't think so.
No, you're right. This, I don't know what
it's
it was.
Also
it's just labeled as 1.
It's
this
also
is labeled as
tile set, mind you. So definitely Clayfields.
I'm playing Carbot, man.
Oh.
Relax with your tile sets, okay?
Just because you're gonna corrupt your own vision of the perfect game, you're gonna blame me.
I'm not gonna blame you. I'm gonna blame JoJo with their hatchery first. They're going for that economic build on this floor plan.
Yeah, it's gonna be a long one, maybe. Well, who knows? In TVZ,
hey,
that
and
mean
look,
anything.
I remember the last cache. You were like, I'm tired of seeing this Goliath build. No gas taken yet. Maybe
Yay!
you won't.
No, he still could go gas after CC. I have seen that. Ooh. But yeah, I would love to see some bio, or even just like different mech. Honestly, the worst thing about the Goliath build is because Terran like never seems to lose with it. It makes me a bit sad. I don't want to see Zerg just losing over and over again.
I mean, is there a particular unit comp that's just good against it, or it's just...
No, that's the problem. Like, you have two bad options. You go, like, so many Mutalisks that you block out the sun and try and concentrate them all in one place and hope you can kill him before Vessels, or you go with Hydras and, like, they kind of just melt.
So, I'm going to sound ignorant. How come you can't go Speedlings against Goliath?
Well, once you have enough Goliaths, Speedlings are, like, worse than they are versus Reavers. They just die before they even touch them. Okay. If you have Swarm, sure, that's amazing, but then if tanks exist also, that kind of doesn't help. But yeah, once you have enough Goliaths, they really just suck against Goliaths. I know that makes sense against small numbers, they're definitely really good, but against enough, they just fail. Okay, so this is a pretty ballsy build by Jojo, actually. Going third hatches third base, and Shefkev's not going to try and hide that he found it. He's attacking it, like, hey, I can see what you're doing. So yeah, this is a bit greedy, I would say, from Shefkev, and from Jojo rather. Shefkev doesn't really have any scope to punish it at the moment, but when he moves out, Jojo's gonna have to make like additional defenses, I think.
I mean, so Jojo had the scout in the base, saw the one rack, saw the no gas. Isn't he kind of like aware? Oh, it's only one rack's of pressure. I'm gonna be fine to be a little greedy.
Well, that's not the point though, because Terran, no matter how many barracks they have, they're not moving out before Stim and medics anyway. So that's not really what you're concerned about here. I mean, yes, if you see two barracks, you know it's going to be a bit earlier of a move out, but no matter what time he moves out, eventually he's going to be out here with some Marines and medics, and you're going to have to defend two locations instead of just the natural. And typically we see Zerg just defend their natural until they have their lair tech, and they use that to take their third, but there's going to be a window where the lair tech is not ready, and Terran can potentially just come down here and bully this third. But it is a long way on this cross position, so it will be tough for him to get there in time, I'll have to see.
And we do see Jojo being very forward with these lengths, so if there's any kind of move out, he's going to be well aware. But with that bunker being placed down, plenty of Marines being made, I think...
Great spot for that bunker. Lings are never getting in here.
Yeah, so, but there's going to be full knowledge from Jojo when he needs to start making sunkets and getting ready.
Yeah, so... I mean, so far, it's not like Zerg's in a crisis here. He could still be totally fine. He's going for like a first, which is a defensive option, I think. Given how he's opened, that makes a lot of sense. And Terran did go for that eBay first, so his stim timing is not very fast. So, I don't know. Oh my gosh, never mind. It ain't lurkers. He's getting Hydra speed, my friend.
Is he maybe blind anticipating this Goliath build, even though he didn't scout the things you would see for a Goliath build?
I'm sure he knows it's bio, because if he thought it was Goliath build, well, I guess he did get that sunken. I'm sure he must know it's bio.
Hydra thing isn't good against bio. It doesn't make any sense.
I mean, you say that, and yet... people still just go it against bio with full knowledge, and I totally agree with you. I think it is pretty bad, but Zerg seem to want to do it. I don't understand it. A greater Zerg player than myself maybe can explain it. So here's what you do, like he's doing now. You get double upgrades, and you just try and have like a lot of highly upgraded Hydras. But as long as Terran mixes some tanks in, bio tank just shreds Hydras. I mean, even the bio alone is not bad against the Hydras as long as their upgrades are good. Look at those Lings running away. Can you see Shefkev wanting to be active out of the map here? I think as soon as his medics are done, he will move out here. Nice scan going down. So he sees the double Evo of Hydra Den. He probably has a pretty good idea this is actually a Hydra comp. When you see that double Evo so early, you're not usually thinking it's going to be Lurker.
Yeah, well, he's not using the second Evo yet. He's not upgrading armor or anything. He just kind of has it.
Yeah.
Huh. So when you see this kind of thing, isn't this like for the Terran, don't you just start to get a couple siege tanks? Isn't that like the move against Hydras?
The best thing to do is to get two factories, pump tanks, and you actually get an armory and upgrade them as well. But you can still definitely come out here before there's a critical mass of Hydras. Bio can definitely fight this. Yeah, now that he has 3 medics, like I think the Terran army's pretty good here as long as it gets the right engage. Oh, needs to be careful though. Because if you get backstabbed, the Hydras can do a lot of damage to your base very quickly.
Yeah, I really don't like Zerg's position here though. The tech isn't very impressive. He's not like really high up on his worker count, and it's like he's just kind of going for upgrades and low tier units. Like this doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I'm curious what Jojo's gonna do.
Well, if he gets enough Hydras, you'll see the strength of them is that they just kind of overwhelm bio. Like I said, with this bunker here, like, and it doesn't really matter how many Hydras you have. You can't really get in there.
Oh, if he finds his army on the field, he's gonna be
Well,
able
he
to
knows
swarm
it's
that
there
bear.
because his overlord saw it leaving the base, so I think he has a notion that it's out here. All right, well, this is got to be careful. Chef Kev really needs to be careful when he stims right away. Okay, nice stim. Oh, yeah, this is gonna be a great engage for Terran, I think. Oh yeah, Hydras are not gonna fight that on those numbers.
Yeah, cleans up all the lanes without losing basically anything.
I
at
think
all.
he did not lose a single unit, did he? Yeah, sunken done up there. Now, one sunken might not seem that threatening, but when you're trying to get up the ramp with Hydras at your back, it could actually be a big deal. Okay. Nice engage by Jojo there, surrounding, and not the best macro by Chef Kev. Unfortunately, the medic's not healing right away, so he does clean that up. That's the thing, when the Hydras have the advantage, they can clean up very quickly. That's their strength.
I suppose so. We do actually see that a lot of the units get cleaned up, but Shevkev still has a pretty commanding unit lead, mainly in workers, but still pumping out of his 5 barracks and starting to get into that factory tech.
Yeah, he really needs siege techs with this. That's what you want to do. And even in this scenario, you just take a third, I think, is the better move. Okay. That medic actually makes it home somehow. That Marine will not. Or, not the best position for Shevkev. He gives up that ramp there. I think he could have held it quite easily. But he will have enough fire here to gun down those Hydras pretty easily too.
I thought I saw the lair started earlier. I feel like I'm having a crisis.
Does he not have a lair? Oh my god.
He's making it now? I thought I saw it morphing earlier. That's why, like, when you were like, oh, it's a lurkers. I'm like, I agree, it is lurkers. And then, did he cancel it? I'm so fucking confused.
I can't believe I didn't notice that. I just assumed he built it as natural or something. Oh my god. This is actually pretty hardcore then with no lair. Yeah, I think it makes sense getting 3 bunkers there then. Yeah, I think then if Terran just expands and builds up a bunch of tanks, like say you have like 12 tanks with a bunch of bio, you can just roll across the map eventually, but you have to be careful. If you're impatient, you push out too early, you can get crushed, like here he is. And you know, Zerg's got a good timing right now, because he has +1 armor. Okay, no, it's not actually done, never mind.
Well, he's, we see the starport being started, so very behind on getting that science facility. He has double eBay, but one of them is sitting idle because he doesn't have the science facility to keep going.
Needs to be careful to get the right engage with this bio. They're getting very strung out. The Hydra's hitting from the back in a pretty good angle. Okay, he does reassemble. Oh, the reinforcement.
Giant group of reinforcements, though. Free medics is always a great kill.
That's a pretty big pick-off, actually.
Yeah, because that group he has on the field, there's very few medics for all these Marines.
Yeah, and that's a lot of Hydras, right? And if they're coming down from the high ground, I mean, I think this force could be cleaned up.
Well, yeah, you see Lurker aspect on the way. It's Lurker aspect nearing completion. I don't think there's enough real force in the map for Terran. He's got to be very careful once we can start getting Lurkers here.
Okay, well, they're just pacing now, circling each other. Okay, he's got to be careful when he stims, though, because every stim, it's going to be very hard for these low energy 2 medics to clean up. Okay, well, here comes Zerg. Oh yeah, he's going to crush that force.
Yeah, definitely. There's just so much stuff here for the Zerg.
That's pretty big for Zerg.
I really don't like, though, that Jojo hasn't made a drone in 6 minutes.
Why does he need to? He's making 3 hatch Hydra. You don't need that many drones.
Wrong matchup!
Hey, it's working, isn't it?
I don't think so. The supply gap keeps getting a little bit bigger. Chef kept on 50-something workers.
Even though he keeps taking out these armies.
Because Shevkev just keeps moving out. If he just turtled up, built a force, and moved out, like when he has a couple tanks and is ready to fight, like Jojo's killing these little forces on the field, but he's never gonna break through these bunkers and tank on the high ground.
We do see the second factory coming up, by the way. I think Shevkev realizes he needs more tanks with this, and like Zerg can't ever attack in here. There's like 4 tanks could siege up.
We got another CC on the way for the Terran player, so looking to take that what is that, the 12, 1 o'clock, whatever you want to call it?
I think Zerg anticipating this, though. Yeah, he's checking it out. Gotta be careful with those tanks there. Oh man, if Zerg goes in here, I think it'll be a big mistake.
Plenty of scans are stored up, though, for the Terran, so these lurkers aren't going to really get the job.
This is going to be a Zerg massacre. Great lurker spine so far, but like Marines don't cost that much.
Those tanks were very far forward compared to where they should have been with the bunkers.
Yeah, I suppose so, but they're still going to annihilate this army. I mean, I guess you're right, the supply gap does keep getting bigger. It seems like a lot of Terran units are dying, but like... Oh my god, that was like the entire Zerg army. He didn't back out either.
Yeah, like, it's good trades army for army, but when Terran has twice the economy, it doesn't matter.
And now we can move out with 3 tanks here. More building. This might be the army that Terran needs, and it's going to be very tough for Zerg to build up enough of an army to defend in time. Smartly, Terran had saved up energy for his scans there for the lurkers.
Yeah, I think if nothing else, he's just waiting for that first science vessel to pop
Yeah.
out so he has mobile detection, then he's just going to walk right across the map. A couple lurker eggs on the ramp, but they're not going to be long for this world. Cancel them, get the resources back.
Yeah, that's probably the play here. Oh, the tank saw, yeah, could kill all those CBs. Like, I guess they time it just right.
That would have been hilarious.
I choose to believe, like, you know, Chef Kev has the equations flying past his head, and he figured out exactly when the tanks would fire, and he knew that was okay.
Yeah, that's all Terran players, right? You just
Yeah,
mathing it out all the time. Like,
Yeah.
70 damage here. We finally see Jojo taking another base. Finally, we got some extra drones built up, but I feel like this could have been done so long ago compared to what it's actually been, how the game's been.
Well, he needed to bring out maximum force to crush those bio armies, though, right? Because if he loses that, he just loses the game. And, you know, it looked really one-sided, but Zerg really just needs to have enough. If you have too little, suddenly the medic's just healing so much that the Hydras just die and don't do anything. So look, insofar as going for Hydras at all is a good idea, I think he's doing it right. Except for that attack, of course. Well, here he comes. I think he's thinking of a backstep here, and Chef Kev neglecting to put anything in that bunker back there. Oh man, Chef Kev needs to pull back. Losing a tank here, it's a pretty big deal.
Yeah, it's actually a good engage for the Zerg. When this is the best engage he's going to get with the army, but everything being pulled back now needs to be careful.
These tanks, though... Oh, they are separate from the bio, though, and reason to get back there and defend it, and they do.
Yeah, this is a great gauge for the Terran, though. He lost one tank at the front, but it baited him into all of so much stuff into the tanks and Marines.
Yeah, tanks just pummeling away here. 4 Marines to make their way up to the third to occupy that bunker. I think Terran will unseat and get on the move here pretty quickly.
Well, we see the Hive halfway done. I'm curious what tech we're going to go into. I think it has to be the Pilers, but I feel like it's too low.
That's the thing with this composition. Like, Dark Swarm is what you get, but also Dark Swarm is terrible. Because if you're Dark Swarming Hydras, what if the Terran just runs under the Swarm as well?
I mean, if you get the Filer and go for Plague, then Hydras are really good.
Yeah, Plague is pretty good too. But like,
I don't think you can afford the time to do it, though.
The thing is, though, when Terran has this late game composition, you actually kind of need Dark Swarm as well, so you need to be using the terrible option to have any chance. That's one of the worst things about this comp. The thing is, if you have the Lurkers under there, the Marines don't really want to run forward. Speaking of Lurkers, here we go. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of Lurkers. He needs to run those Marines back.
Everything.
Oh my gosh. Oh man,
those 2 lurker shots were satisfying on an emotional level. Watch like everything explode.
Alright, all the tanks get taken out. It's a pretty big deal. Terran can't really advance without those. I think sieging those is definitely a big mistake here. Looks like he's going to try for a bust. I'm not sure about this. I mean, those lurks are +2 missile, so they're doing huge damage. Oh man, actually,
he's actually Terran on an anti-timing, about to finish this 2-2 and keeps fighting anyway.
Oh yeah, that's a big mistake. And when those lurks are +2 missile, it doesn't matter. Even if you have +2 armor, they're still going to 2-shot your Marines.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah, he just needs more tanks. Like, I don't know what's going on there. Okay, there's a bunch coming out now.
Well, he's keeping up on the tank production. It got plenty of barracks churning out a bunch of units. I gotta say, Chef Kev, despite he has a lot of workers and been doing pretty good keeping up with his unit production.
Well, he's his army. Zerg's trying to move forward here. And I think it might be a minor mistake from Terran to give up any position here. Oh, if the armies pass each other, like that one bunker +4 Marines, probably not going to defend that third. Just my opinion. Saetzero, you want to tell me I'm wrong this time?
No, I'm not going to tell you wrong.
That's so many lurkers. This isn't Hydra lurk, this is just lurk. Oh, these SCVs, the worst possible timing.
It's lurker.
Oh. Yeah, lurker. Oh my gosh, these lurkers just streaming up here.
That science vessel he has with the army doesn't have enough energy for a radius.
What's he going to do? Radiate one lurker? Like, that doesn't even matter. Oh, he needs to lift that CC. Okay, but Bio coming in here cleaning up these lurkers one by one. But the damage is done. A lot of SCVs going down for sure. Oh my god.
You see Chef Kev taking the top left base as well while this is going on.
Wise.
Free reign to do so.
Well, like we're saying, any hidden base is good until it dies, right?
Well, apparently they don't die tonight. They're there forever.
Oh man, these lurkers are getting so much value defending this ramp. These tanks will clean them out eventually though. I'd like to see Chef Kev remaking more SCVs. Okay, he's starting. Because he just lost so many there. For the first time, Zerg ahead on lurkers.
Yeah, I gotta say, for that attack did so much damage to
Chef Kev. Look at this lurker. They've missed it like 10 times in a row. Okay, there they go. Oh my god. There it goes.
You can miss it 100 times in a row. If you're eventually gonna kill it, who cares?
Dude, he's landing that CC too early. He needs to lift that.
Oh no! He's trying to build a comsat too. This is so bad. He has to abandon it. Now it's burning.
Okay, he does save it. I think he would have saved it either way, but that's a very unnecessary risk.
Very unnecessary.
I'd like to see him just leave like 3
tense.
tanks here. That would dissuade these counterattacks. I think the bottom left might have been noticed. Nice try by Chefko. But yeah, that's more SCVs he's going to lose.
Oh, jeez, this is a lot of damage. Chefkev went from a very commanding position to just a couple little plays really caught Jojo back up in a hurry.
Yeah, I think he really neglected his defense there. He didn't leave any tanks or anything, and honestly, like, he could have done a better SimCity. If you just physically block it with depots and bunkers in such a way that SCVs can still pass, of course, it's a lot stronger. And say you have like 2 or 3 tanks behind the wall as well, that becomes a lot less attractive for Zerg to attack into. But look at this, Terran's still with a very scary army. I don't know what Zerg Answer has for all these tanks. Yes, he has a lot of links, but once they siege up, even Darksworn doesn't help. Look at this, he's going to go right in here. The tanks are not siege. Terran needs to pull back out of this swarm. Oh, he's being too sluggish pulling back out of the swarm. Nice swarm so far.
We're losing too many Marines here, and then it's just all length. They're going to be able to kill all these tanks without any problems.
The thing is, though, these links have no melee upgrade. Consider that. So this Terran force is still adequate. It's just the swarm of the problem. I'd love to see like an Eraser. It's actually pretty effective against Zerglings too. What Terran really needed was to have the tanks already sieged, and then the links just pop anyway. Swarm doesn't even matter. Great swarms by Chef Geb. Okay, a couple firebats coming out, and maybe that's all he really needs here. Like, I think that's actually just enough. Those 2 firebats. Well, they do run in a bit brazenly, get taken out. Nice radio. Man, so many tanks going down there though. Still definitely worth it for Jojo, considering he didn't spend much gas at all, just 2 defilers, dealing with all those tanks. I think Chef Kev keeps getting caught unsieged, when he really needs to siege as the Zerg is thinking of attacking. Because if all those tanks were sieged, I don't think those links do anything.
I mean, going back to your joke, you were saying like, oh, it's 3 Hatch Riders enough, and I said no, it's the wrong matchup. I think if Chef Kev just treated this a little bit more like maybe how you would play against a Protoss, and built up a strong force, rather than these constant move outs, just built up a good force with 3 bases.
Okay, it does lift. I was going to say, don't let it burn. If it burns, you're in trouble. Okay,
Jojo going into Ultras, but
yeah, I don't
doesn't
know about
have
this
the Ultra Carapace upgrade and doesn't really have the economy to support this.
All his upgrades are in Missile, but okay, look at this. He's going to do a Doom Drop on that 3rd, and like the vessels are moving away just at the wrong time. Once again, going to catch Chef Kev out of position. That seems to be the story of this game, and this base is definitely going to die. Like, there's like 8 Ultralists in there. But at the same time...
Ultras...
Sorry, you go.
I was going to say, the Ultras don't have that...
Doesn't matter, they're still Ultras.
They're still Ultras, I guess.
Look at this, they're cleaning it up.
Well, we're seeing Chef Kev decide to just push straight to that 9 o'clock base instead of
ramp is messing him up, though. Look at that firebat blocking the way.
Oh my god. Come on. What's happening?
Yeah, taking up this ramp I think was just not a good idea. Well, it's helping him right now if the Ultralists commit to, like, trying to attack down the ramp. Where are the radios? He says so much energy. There we go. But yeah, the 3rd gets taken out, and that's pretty much the only mining for Chef Kev. This natural's not going to last much longer. Then again, it's not like Zerg has that many bases either, so if Terran just push through and take out 2 bases, he'll probably be able to do it. Oh, but the drop going into the main.
Now.
Yeah. And what forces does Terran have? He has a couple of tanks and a bit of bio. I guess with these poor upgrades on the Ultralists, it might be enough. Terran never started +3, by the way.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I think Terran can clean this up. It doesn't look too bad. I mean, he doesn't need these depots when he doesn't have any bloody units, does he? Oh no, but this army on the map is going to get annihilated. And I think that might be Terran's last hope here.
This is unbelievable that Jojo came back. Is this like the night of games I thought was over?
GG.
Jeez, Jojo sticking in and coming back in that one. That's crazy.
Well, I give very little credit to the Socialised at the end of the day. It's mostly just the Lurkers and the Zerglings. But basically what he did here there, he went for a very macro-oriented play where he's not taking, he just got 3 hatches and he's spamming units. Which is kind of cool.
Okay, so... I'm not sure what I'm looking at here with my second replay, but it's a different... No, it's a different player, different race on Sylphid.
Unfortunate.
So I'm going to say... they didn't play game 2.
No, I'm going to say what happened is whoever uploaded it, they went to the autosave folder and they grabbed the wrong 2. Like, they moved it 1 down from where it should have been or something.
Well,
so,
then,
Shall we just
fill
reveal the result?
Well, no, you're gonna fill time. I'm gonna find the next replay.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna see if it's in the other folder.
You say I'm going to fill time, but I'm just going to put it on a different screen. That's all I'm going to do.
No, you're gonna fill time. Talk it up.
Yeah. Okay. Saetzero is looking for this replay of this match.
Nope, we're not getting it.
Okay, so shall we reveal the result?
I suppose so.
Okay, so it was a 2-0 for Jojo there. Well played, Jojo. I wonder if the other game looked something like that. The game on Bloody Ridge, which we shall never see. So let's go ahead and move into the next one.
Okay, well, how about another Zerber's Terran? Sound good?
Yep, that's perfect. The only matchup better than TVZ is TVT.
I don't think I want to cast you anymore. I think we're done with this. We're not going into the late games of TVT. I pick our match of the week, and I'm not saying nothing, but there's no TVTs this week.
Oh, what a coincidence. Were there any last week?
Yes, there was.
Okay, there's the top right here. We have Yenta in the magenta. I know it's magenta, bright purple. And the bottom left in the teal, we have Puck Frodos. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, that's also in AKA.
Yeah, Shobu.
This would be
That's
Shobu, yes. Of course, memorializing the great team from CPL 4.
Oh, great team. No, that was a hateful team. That should not be. That color does not fly. No.
What? They didn't say anything rude.
They discriminated against people that are like, everyone's allowed, not Protoss. Nope. Nope.
Okay,
not you guys.
Bad. That is pretty bad.
Discrimination.
Meanwhile, we had another team that was like 99% Protoss.
Yeah, because they were supposed to be working together, the Goon Squad. Which
Yeah.
I do love that name for a bunch of Protoss players.
That is a
Nothing.
good
It does kind of encapsulate the spirit.
Alright, so we're here on Bloody Ridge. We actually get a TVZ on Bloody Ridge, not like the last series.
I mean, I'll take the game we had last game, though. That was
pretty
very
good.
entertaining.
I still haven't really recovered from that RG game, though.
I just think that tonight's the night of maybe I should not make the hot takes because they're just gonna be like, "This game's over," and this guy's like,
Well, I was the
never
one
say
who
die."
kept saying RG can't win, RG can't win, and look what happened.
Well, that's why I didn't say nothing.
Ah, smart.
Smart.
Now,
Can't be
this
wrong
is-
if you don't commit.
This is an overpool, I think. I wasn't really looking, but I'm pretty sure it's an overpool, which is like an
Yep.
anti-cheese strategy generally in this matchup. You can go for a fast layer, of course, as well. Now, on Bloody Ridge, there is some cheesy bullshit that Terran can pull, so I think it does actually make sense. A very common strategy here is to go for an 8 racks and snipe the Overlord, because there's not very many places for it to hide. Oh, look at that drone pull, though. He really wants to kill this SCV. Well, he'll chase it out.
That seems very over-aggressive. Or is
Yeah,
it just
he
like
doesn't-
coincidence that he's moving out to secure the
Oh, he just wants to
hatchery?
make sure his hatchery doesn't get blocked, I suppose. Actually, that makes sense. Yeah. So, Shobu scouting this, is probably pretty pleased because he knows it's not like a cheese, I'm going to kill you with Lynn's build, it's just a defensive build. And he's already blocked his entrance with a barracks here. In fact, he's even going to go 15cc against this, and I guess he can get away with it because of this barracks block. That's interesting. He needs to start a marine pretty soon, though.
Yeah, that's intriguing. This is very creepy.
Shobu, stop the marine! Okay, there we go. I mean, I guess these links can do a bit of damage to the barracks, but at the end of the day, it's not a huge deal. You can just repair.
So this is the kind of thing I'm concerned about, though, right? Like, you go this very fast command center, you cut your marine production to do it. But this feels like maybe I'm wrong, but I'm just looking at like the map and the features. Isn't this a good 2-hatch mutant map? Wouldn't you want to
Yes.
not delay all this stuff for this early CC? It seems risky.
No, getting the CC is actually way better for getting 2x Academy because you don't have to get your third depot. You use the CC as that instead.
Oh.
And so you can get your second Rax Academy and gas just a tiny bit earlier.
Oh, very cool.
That's the real strength of 15cc.
We're seeing a third hatchery, but it's at the natural instead of taking it out of another base instead.
Yeah, so it is going to be like a 2.5 hatch build, I guess, because his gas is already finished.
I'm not really sure what I'm looking at here.
Yeah, the layer will be coming up in a second, and it is pretty much a 3-hatch layer timing actually now that I look at it. So never mind, I guess I wasn't really paying attention to the Zerg base. I think it is a normal 3-hatch build. Although his hatchery positioning is weird as hell. I guess since he didn't get in the main, he wasn't sure if Ultra wasn't going to show up. Oh man, this is bold with these Marines out here. I guess he saw Yente's Lings going back to his base, but like, you got to be careful. This is a very wide open area. If Lings just come in suddenly.
I mean, straight up, does 4 Marines or 5 Marines beat 6 Zerglings?
4 Marines, like, no. 5 Marines, maybe. I mean, the thing is, Terran does have micro they can do, where they can pull them back one at a time, like Kite. And that kind of makes it 1-to-1, but like the more Marines and Lings there are, the harder that is to do. So like, yeah, right now this is enough. Like 7 Marines versus 6 Lings, no problem. But just before with 4 Marines, I thought that was pretty risky. And you don't know exactly how many Lings the Zerg has out there either.
Well, we're gonna see that these Marines going to be very careful. It looks like we're getting that 3-hatch lurker from Yenta.
Yeah.
The Hydra that climbed up the layer that signals I want lurkers.
Not Hydras this time, thank God.
What are you trying to say? That game was fun.
Yeah, but I don't think the Hydras really contributed to his victory that much.
Well, Marines moving out of the map. Link's going to spot it out, so we're going to see what the reaction from Yenta. Not starting any sunkens or anything right away. Not
this
making
is such a sharp timing.
Just a couple pairs of Links.
Is Yenta just going to die? Like, I'm actually not sure that there's any play here for Yenta.
There's a 7 base of Links. Yeah, he's got plenty of Links.
But if Terran gets the right engage, it doesn't matter. Like, if you shove yourself up against that wall, the medics block a little, there's actually enough Marines with Stim to beat that many Lings. Okay, he's just going to turn around though. I think he's figured, okay, I must have forced him to make a crap ton of Lings. I'm just going to go home, which is actually pretty good as well. Oh no, he's going
definitely
forward.
A little scary.
He needs to be careful.
That's a lot of Lings that can cut him off in the retreat.
Giving up the choke at the critical moment when it would have been the most useful, but still Lings deciding not to go through there. That's probably a good decision. Needs to reinforce this little army. Okay, 5-bat and a medic coming out. Like, if there were 2 or 3 5-bats here, suddenly this becomes way scarier for Yenta.
Well, I saw 1 fire bat being made from Shobu, so ahead of the game, realizing the reaction.
Oh, look at that. Takes out the Overlord. Very nice.
That's actually supply blocked pretty severely. Jeez.
Yeah, 4 Overlords were already being built, though, so I think he's alright.
Yeah, a lurker actually about to be finished. Plenty of gas built up, so he's going to be able to get that little group of lurkers. But look at this Link positioning. Yeah,
the backstab could be huge here. I think he definitely doesn't want to fight the Sun. Well, getting that fire bat is actually a pretty big deal too. And look at this, he's going to be able to run straight into the main. Oh, well, he chooses not to. I don't think Shogun's
I love this. He tried to bait them away from that choke, but it just wasn't enough. I thought it was a good idea, but it wasn't enough to actually get the job.
This is what I was saying. Against pure Zergling, if you get the right engage, like Marine Medic can crush it. Firebat's just at the cherry on top. And now, what's to stop him from breaking through this sunken? I mean, more Lings are being made.
Half a creep colony.
And a lurker on the way. That's not even a sunken? Oh no. Dude.
Well, there's only one scan available still. He used
but that lurker's far away enough that Shobi can power his way through the sunken, ignore the lurker and kill the Marines. Like, one lurker is really not that threatening. Okay, a bit of a waste of a scan. How much energy does he have? Oh no,
he doesn't have any for a little while now.
Oh,
yeah, he has 1 in the main, just barely 1 in the main.
Oh, barely doesn't kill that lurker too. If he killed that lurker, this would probably look very different. But it looks like Yenta will barely survive. Kill the Link, Jesus! Okay, God. Okay, but yeah, Yenta will barely make it there. But honestly, his position looks terrible because now he's trapped in 2 bases.
Yeah, no map control with lurkers that are supposed to be like, hey, I'm going to contain, take more bases, or be defensive while I already took the bases. But he's on 2 base with lurker, can't move out. We actually see the Terran moving towards Starport, so I assume it's going to be for a fast science
yeah, he's going to come out with Vessel Tank here, and I don't think there's going to be much answer. The Hive is not on the way, and that's the only answer Zerg has for Vessel Tank bio is Dark Swarm, really. Okay, this is a nice little move out there, there's not much bio here. It looks like he will push it back. And then those Lings doing a lot. Reinforcements coming, it's really not enough. Okay, well, he does pull back some of the bio, keeps it alive. Really needs more Marines here, there's a bunch chilling in the natural. I gotta say, Shobi's bio production doesn't seem that good, he doesn't seem so very much. Okay, he's gonna spot this run around though. Hopefully he can reposition his bio.
Yeah, unfortunately, Yenta is still very committed to units, very light
Did you
on
not
drones,
see
and not
that?
trying to get more.
I think Shobu might not have noticed that, and he needs to be like in these bunkers. I mean, I think
Is
he has
Shogun
enough
looking
here.
for a third base that's not there?
I think Shobu has enough to defend here as long as he reacts and he does stim. Yeah, I think this is fine actually. Oh, he changes target at the last second. He does take them out. Okay, reasonable defense there. Only lost a few Marines. But yeah, Shobu's looking for a third base, not here. I don't like moving his bio. I think it's better if the bio contains. He just sends like an SCV around every base.
Yeah, so I mean, how do you react as Terran here? You see that your opponent's likely on 2 base. You're feeling good about the tech choice. There's no mutas.
Yeah,
No
you just
high
keep
tech.
scanning, seeing what they're doing, and yeah, you see no hive, you're like, fine. Oh, watch out. But you do have to scout every single base. And like we were saying about hidden bases, the worse spot it's in, the better the spot it's in, you know? So you do have to scout every base, including like your own third in this scenario.
Absolutely.
Of course, with the benefit of seeing everything, we see that, you know, it's totally fine. He doesn't have a third base, but I feel like Shobu's being a bit cavalier about that possibility.
I actually really like what Shogu's doing, though. He's already preemptively realizing the spot that Yen's in. He's adding fire bats way ahead of time. He doesn't even have medics right now, really. But he's adding fire bats.
I think he committed a serious mistake, though, not reinforcing his bio near the opponent's natural, because then they mostly got picked off. And, like, the amount of bio he has is actually quite small.
I mean, he's got a couple tanks, and it looks like Yetz is going to have to be a little bit forward and aggressive.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose he's going to be able to defend here. I don't know if he has siege mode. It's not super essential, but on the defense, it is helpful. But yeah, I don't think Yenta can come in here and attack or anything, but considering where Yenta was 5 minutes ago, his position has improved considerably. Still no hive on the way, though, so I feel
is this a giant whole lurker field?
It could be. I mean, that's not a hold market. Bring the vessel. Oh, not the best control by Shobu there. Really unnecessary these issues. Oh my god. Okay. Oh, here he comes though. That's so many lurkers. This is what we're saying. The bio is just so small. His Lin's going to pounce and kill all these tanks. The lurker's not even burrowing. Just the threat of the lurkers making everything retreat. Really well done by Yenta. And now suddenly Shobu's in trouble. Because what does he have? He has one tank and like a few dudes. That tank should not have siege there.
And not getting attacked right away though.
One bunker definitely not enough for this.
Yeah, everything get cleared up. Plenty of lurkers still available to front. Going to be able to go through these tanks.
Is it radiate finished?
I didn't even see it get started. Just started now,
that bunker is empty. Oh no, that's really bad because he had enough energy for the radiate. I think it would help there too. And now these lings and lurkers just going to keep swarming in. I don't think Terran can stop this. Yeah, that's it. I think he just gets.
I'm gonna hot take and say this one's over.
He literally left the game already. He just left the game.
Yeah, you have to stay in on that one. I thought he was in a bad spot when he was stuck in 2 base, but got that good engage when Shobu moved out a little bit.
Look, I have to criticize Shobu's macro quite harshly there because he just didn't have any bio when he really should have. Like he had plenty of minerals in the bank too.
Well, he's also just on the map losing forces here and there. Like it didn't feel like a lot of the time, but it's like a couple medics here, a couple marines there. It added up very quickly.
Yes, it's very important to reinforce those groups out of the map so they don't get picked off. But I liked what Shobu was doing early on. That first move out was brilliant, and he got a lot done with it. But then, yeah, he just didn't reinforce. Everything was sitting at home. Alright, in the top left, bottom left, I mean, we have Shobu. The yellow down 1 game, and the bottom right in the orange is Yenta. What does Yenta mean, I wonder?
Well, that's something you can ask him, I'm sure.
I wonder if it means anything at all, probably not. What does Saetzero mean?
So there was a game back in the day, like most of my usernames are, here's a thing from something I like and I misspell it a little bit so I know it's not taken.
Perfect.
And it's from the guy I made in the old artillery game Gunbound. If you played
I've never heard of that.
that.
So is it like a game in the style of Scorched Earth where you're just like trying to aim the shots?
Yeah, exactly.
Fair enough.
It was this it was a mech pilot in that game where you had to arc the shot really high. If it had enough hang time, then the bullet like transformed to triple damage.
That sounds kind of cool. But
So I was
also
like,
like
this-
dumb as
this
hell at
might-
the same time.
Well, it was like maximum like triangulation.
Yeah,
That stuff. So it was a very fun game back in the day.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
What about you? I know what not
Neblime?
lemon are. Yeah, what's
It
Neblime?
doesn't mean anything. I got nothing. Look, when I was like 10 and I was like setting up some dumb online game, I'm like to my brother, what name should I have? He's like, just make something up, and I'm like, Neblime. And so it was.
All right, so I always had the assumption that there was a relation between Neblime and not lemon.
Oh, there
Correct
is.
or incorrect?
There is. Look, it doesn't have anything to do with limes, but everyone will always say that, and so that was kind of the in-joke back when I played StarCraft 2. You know, I just had like a Smurf account where it was not lemon instead of Neblime. But I swear, Neblime has nothing to do with limes. I swear to God.
I had fantastic usernames in StarCraft 2.
Look at this cross scout. It's interesting.
I mean, so you were talking in the earlier series about, hey, there's room in the middle to proxy up. I can respect Yenta thinking that he's going to get proxy backs.
Yeah, and I guess this way, an Overlord can go bottom left as well as to the top. And that way he's scouting fairly fast no matter what the position is. I think he's got no coming up here.
Although we're not seeing anything weird from Shobu so far. Just getting a Marine, no particular gas right away.
I'm a big fan of the not gas build.
He's scouting aggressively. There's 2 SCVs on the map already?
Yeah. It's because he's worried about 9-4. On a 4-player map, you have to send 2. If you don't send 2 and they're going 9-4, there's a chance that you just don't find him and then you die.
Yeah, but if they 9-pool and you're risking not finding them, but they're 9-pooling and they're risking not finding you, that feels weird. Like, look, is that really a threat?
You go play ladder, and trust me, everyone is willing to take that chance.
This is CPL, you know it's going to get casted match, though. This isn't random ladder game. I scout rush on the ladder. Like, ladder is a different monster.
Nonetheless, you learn from that experience, and consider that if Zerg 9 pulls, and Terran scouts it and defends perfectly, that doesn't necessarily mean Zerg's going to lose. So the risk isn't like, if I go 9 pool and he scouts me, the game's over. It's just like a disadvantage. Whereas with Terran, if you don't scout 9 pool, it's pretty much you're going to die.
Alright, so how do you feel about the game, how it's going so far? Because compared to the first game, we are having 2-hatch layer instead of that 3-hatch build.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, the last game was extremely good for 2-hatch breeder, and obviously this game is a lot better for 3-hatch lurker, so, you know, a bit switched around there, but maybe that's the idea, freak him out a bit. And it was a 15cc again. Wait, no, was it? Oh, no, it was a 19cc. No, okay, so Terran's not as well off, and Zerg going a lot more aggressive here.
But this is still that 2-Rax Academy, right?
Probably, especially scouting. Yes, it definitely is. Especially when you scout 2-hatch, you pretty much always go for that.
Yo, I'm learning. I'm adapting.
So
I'll be a Terran player one day.
That's right.
No, no, not a chance.
Okay, so that spy coming down extremely fast timing. Was this pull first? I didn't really see because this is a very fast.
No, it was 12. It was 12-hatch. It was 12-hatch.
Okay. Really sharp build by Yenta.
He skipped the early links.
Yeah, fair enough.
So managed to cut a little corners here and there. He's banking up that gas. He's gonna have a couple of mutas here, but I mean, he's got there's a good amount of Marines already made. I don't think this is gonna really do a whole lot.
Well, I mean, there's always micro, right? You really need the turrets up on time, and he needs to start that eBay. Okay, there it goes. So I think Terran will barely have the turrets in time to be alright.
I mean, isn't that always the case with Terran? When they build the turrets, it's barely in time.
I mean, that's what you want with anything.
Times are so
oh, man,
times
look
are
at these links. I like that top depot. That really shut those links down a lot, actually. I think they would have gone in. Oh, that Marine, though. Oh, wow. How did he survive? That is a lucky Marine right now. Look at this. Being hyper-defensive here is Shobu. Kind of worried about these lings running in. And if they kill too many of Marines early on, it becomes a lot more difficult against Simulacers.
Yeah. I love this expansion position from Yenta. That is never going to get scouted.
Oh, wow, nice.
That is wild.
Well, that's one of the good things about this map for Zerg. Okay, nice scan. I think he already knew it was Spire, but he is confirming that mutas are on the way. But yeah, that's a good thing about this map for Zerg, is there's a lot of potential gas bases you can take. Ah, that one Marine. Was that the same Marine? No, I don't think it was, but still. Okay, these Lings unwisely committing here. Well, not the best engaged by Shobu. A lot of his Marines are in the back, but the medic's doing enough healing that he's not going to kill very much here. And they killed like 4 Marines for all this.
Is this so is this appropriate though? Shobu building 4 turrets in the main, but nothing at the natural. That feels off.
Yeah, he's going to need something there, that's for sure. And in fact, his bio getting split up. There's a considerable amount still in the natural. Oh my gosh, these
mutas. No, don't just sit there. Anxiety.
Well, I was going to say that was pretty good for Zerg if he was attacking from the high ground and the Terran can't see him. That can be huge. This is just not enough bio. Shobu needs to run away like right now. Oh man, these Mutamicro are not the best though.
Yenta's actually just keep adding on Mutas too. He's not just making that first group and kind of doing other stuff. He's committing to Mutas for a while.
Yenta actually losing a Mutalist there, surprisingly. I really thought he'd be able to
Still no turret at the natural. This is dangerous. That ridge is really going to be hard to deal with if the Mutas get
if Shobu can keep the pressure on making this bio out here, Yenta might never have the opportunity to harass. He needs to stop sitting at the bottom of this ramp though. This is the perfect spot for Mutalists to hit them from the high ground. And look at that! Great swipes there by Yenta. Okay, he does lose no Mutalists, but he took out quite a few Marines for free there. Okay, so...
Yenta's still adding on Mutas though, not showing any stuff to back off anytime soon. Actually going for flyer upgrade as well. Yeah. So we might see just the 3-hatch Muta all in here, where he just keeps making Mutalists until his opponent dies. I mean, so far the micro is pretty good. Oh, nice micro by Shobu though. Ooh, okay, I say the micro is pretty good, then he whiffs like 3 in a row and loses 2 Mutalists. Cast a curse. Shobu needs to be careful to keep reinforcing this. And interestingly, Shobu going for this 4-rack strategy. Now, we do see this a lot with pros when they go 2x Academy, they pull up with 4 racks. It's a more aggressive option. You really have to push out and harass the Zerg with that. You can't just sit home and tech up. Oh, nice stim. Yeah, just ban a stim alone is worth it.
Yeah, nice micro by Shobu so far.
You do see Shobu looking out with that SCV trying to find that base, but when you get to where he took it, that is not going to get scouted.
Yeah, I mean, I think he will check it eventually. I think if he's smart and he knows the map well enough, he will check every base. But knowing it's there and killing it are 2 different things, because it's not going to be easy to get an army that far with Mutas harassing them. But what you can do is you just split off like 4 Marines or something and go and attack it. And it's hard for Zerg to answer that when they're doing this very hardcore Muta strategy.
See, there's my take. Look, that SE just walked right by it. Has no intention.
Are you kidding me? I don't know if it's because Shobu just doesn't know the map that well, or like he misclicked it, but that's pretty huge. Oh my gosh, those Overlord pickoffs.
He's checking. It means checking mains. I respect the decision there, but
those Overlord pickoffs just now are a pretty big deal because Zerg is on fairly low economy of this build. So 2 Overlords is actually pretty significant. Look at this. Terran almost already at the Zerg base. That's a pretty big deal. Because what Zerg really wants to do is hold the Terran back here.
Yeah, there's no static defense at all.
Yenta not doing Mutamicro there either. This is not enough Mutas, you can just aim move them. You still have to be doing the proper micro here. No Overlord in this control
He lost 2 Mutas already.
Yeah, there's no excuse to just be moving in formation, man. You're tier 1. Come on, there you go. Okay, now he's microing them. As long as Shobu is right next to the Zerg base, I think Terran's in a good spot.
This is interesting. We actually see Yenta rushing towards Hive. Doesn't he have a Hydra Den yet? He
might go Guardians here. He may go Guardians here, not sure. He doesn't have an Evo Chamber, so I'm not expecting Ultralisks. But yeah, I think he just needs to make more Mutalisks and crush this force here. I mean, look at this. It's going to get in the natural. I don't think there's any way for Zerg to stop this.
There's nothing here. Yeah, there's nothing here. You're just trying to micro against this while the medics are out of position, but
yeah, those Mutalisks can't do anything. I think that's game. I don't think Genji can do anything now.
Yeah, he's down to 3 meters right now. There's nothing on the map here. Yeah, that's a terrible spot.
I mean, who cares about the third? GG.
Jeez. Well, Shobu tying it up 1-1. Is that the first not 2-0 we had tonight?
Yes, it is.
Jeez. Well, I'm excited. We're gonna actually see Overwatch.
Yeah.
How?
Does that map exist?
Yes, that map exists. It's very purple. Can't wait. Like, especially on Carbide, it's like extra purple. It's awesome.
Mm. Alright, in the top left here, in the yellow, we have Shobu. And bottom right in the teal, it's Yenta. 1-1 now. Overwatch for TVZ, what do you think?
Okay, so as a Protoss player,
yeah, I think it's pretty good for Terran.
No, let me. I was gonna say, let me just make my hard take right now.
All right.
I think it's good for Zerg if you're a good 2-hatch player.
Why?
Because there's so much restricted movement. There's these bridges. There's all these like little high ground pods that you can abuse, and then it's like Zerg can take that like corner base. I think like you could like go aggressive early and go into a good mid game later.
Okay, thing is,
I
yes,
feel like I'm totally wrong, but that's how it looks at a glance.
yes, Zerg can take that corner base, but basically only the corner base, or maybe the opposite corner base. The problem I see with this map is the thirds or potential fourths are difficult to defend. So yeah, if you come out early with 2 hatch and do a lot, I guess that's the play here. Let's see what Yent has prepared. Oh, gas cancelled.
Well, I mean, we just saw in the last game that Yenta committed to 2 hatch, but
that a 10 hatchling only? Surely not. Or maybe he just made a mistake. That's why he did the gas cancel.
I mean, is this maybe a 10 point?
I mean, it could be. Yeah, it could be. I'm not sure. Maybe it was deliberate. I'll give Yenta the credit. Yeah, looks like he will be going for an overpull here. Interesting.
Seems weird, but I guess he wants to put the pressure on.
Well,
Thinking that
it also is defensive against cheese, right? If Terran's going A-Rax, you're going to overpull, Terran's crying.
yeah, but there's a lot of unbuildable terrain here. Would you be going with some kind of aggressive rack?
You only need to build around the natural. And you can put the barracks at like the 3/9 o'clock or the 12/6. There's plenty of places.
Okay.
But that's not what Shoby's doing, of course.
Well, I mean, going for that early pool, like you'd think that's going to go into a 2 hatch, can put the aggression into aggression.
Well, I'd say not necessarily. I think you can still go 3 hatch with this.
I've made my take. You disagreed. We'll see.
Of course, he's just going to go 2 hatch now. But I just want to say that doesn't prove me wrong.
Oh, he's totally going 2 hatch now.
He can go 3 hatch. I didn't say he would go 3 hatch. He's making 6 lings right off the bat. Interesting.
I mean, so you got the drone in the main, saw no wall off.
Look at this hatchery block. Really well done by Shobu there. You don't see that often in this matchup. Oh, okay, he does get it down. Is that in the right place?
As you said it.
Cast a curse. Okay, I'll say this. This SCV will survive for a very long time in this base. Now watch. Oh, damn,
yeah, because these lanes are going straight across. No wall off, only 1 rack of production. Like, this is a good chance for these lanes to really get some damage done.
Yeah, 6 seconds is actually too much. You actually do need to pull SCVs and or make a bunker when there's 6 slings right away, especially with an overpull timing. And I think this is what Yenta wanted. He's actually planning to catch him a bit off guard. Because you scout overpull, you're not worried. You're not like, oh no, I'm in trouble. It's more like, oh yeah, okay. Just, he's trying to be defensive.
Here comes the SCV just in time to help block this.
I
don't think that's enough. I don't think that's enough, yeah.
Okay, with 3 Marines, maybe. Yeah, okay, I think he'll be okay. Oh, gotta be careful though. If those links can run past, they can kill those Marines easily. Yenta deciding not to press the attack though, which I think might have been a mistake. Hey, look how many hatcheries he has. Count them.
No.
No?
I don't want to. I retract my statement. You know what you're talking about. ZBT, fine, whatever.
Just this one matchup. TVT, no idea.
You gotta get some Protoss in here, then you'll have no idea.
Put me in another PvP, because I never know PvP.
That was fantastic. We have good times here.
See, I'm correct about everything in this game. This SCV's living for a long time. But, damn it, why'd I have to open my big mouth?
I wanted it to die the moment you said that. So badly.
Still alive.
This feels very bold though from Shobu, moving out with this force of 6 Marines, no medics, no upgrades, no.
I don't know about this because you did already see that 6 Zerglings got made. And look at that Sunken starting right away. If Shobu can like barely gun it down before it finishes, this will work out. But I don't think he will. I think he's going to have to turn around here because that Sunken's going to finish at just the right moment, pretty much. Yeah, look at that. The Marines arrive, the Sunken's done. Same thing.
Yeah.
So nice Sunken timing there. It is risky, like you say, because if Yenta had secretly been making lings at his natural, he just kills all these Marines, and that's a really good position for Zerg.
Well, so I am intrigued though from Shobu what he's doing here because we are seeing game 3. This isn't bioplay for once. We got that early factory. I think your Goliaths are going to make their appearance.
Yeah, this is interesting. One barracks factory off an expansion. That's a bit odd. Honestly, if it was Mutalisk, this would be kind of scary for Terran, but against the Lurker, this is probably alright. Wow, okay. Interesting that he gets the second barracks anyway. This might be a fast drop, I'm not sure.
Yo, look at that Overlord in the top of the map, and look at the upgrade being researched.
Ah, that's what's going on here.
Oh, yes.
But with 3 hatch? Well, I mean, that's what he's doing. Like, here's the thing. it's a bit scary for Terran because his academy's so late. He's not going to have comstats, stim, or medics for a long time. So this slow drop could actually be pretty dangerous. Yeah, we should clarify for the cast that he's going to go for a Lurker drop here. It might not be obvious right now.
Oh yeah, you're absolutely right. Now he is going straight towards that starport. So if there's that chance, maybe he makes a Wraith or something. This could get shut down so fast.
Yeah, this is like a fast tech build. Like I said, he's going to go for Armory here. I think he's anticipating Mutalisk. Wants to go Valkyrie? I don't know. I'm questioning this Armory. What's he going to do with that? Because I don't think he thinks it's Mutalisk. Well, surely you have an eBay right now.
I mean, if you were going like a mech build, either Goliath or like something like.
Well, but he has 4 barracks, not 3 barracks.
You still want to get your upgrades going, or not?
Well, he has 3 barracks though, so I don't think you can really call this a mech build.
Yeah, that's definitely interesting. Is this just like a really weird SK? He's rushing for science facility?
Honestly, I don't know what to think. I don't know what he's going to do with his army. Maybe he is going to make Goliaths off 1 factory. I don't know. Okay, he is making a Valkyrie. It is a Valkyrie. So I think he was anticipating Mutalisk, but he scans the Hydra Den. In fact, he sees the Hydra's hatching. When you scan, you see these 3 eggs. Maybe the Hydra Den is fake, but he sees them hatching. So will he cancel this Valkyrie?
Doesn't see that way, but he's starting that machine shop right away to get his tanks going.
Maybe you get 1 Valkyrie and pretend it's a Corsair and run around killing Overlords.
I mean, why not, right?
Yeah, I'm very surprised.
We've seen a pretty big move out from Shobu across the map. There's not a lot of stuff on the field for Yenta to slow that down at all.
I think there's adequate defense to his natural though. The thing is, he doesn't actually have to like defend any space. He's just to sneak these Hydras over here for the slow.
Yeah,
drop.
but he doesn't have anything up by that Overlord. He researched that drop. Nothing's gonna be able to get.
He's got a couple of Hydras going, but this SCV's looking for it. Oh man, look at this. He's moving that Hydra away. That's really well done by Yenta. He's gonna smorf it up here in safety. I mean, I think these Marines are looking. They find 1 Hydra. Okay, so Zerg can drop 1 Lurker. I mean, okay, there's another 2 going up the other side.
The Valkyrie killed an Overlord at the 9 o'clock base,
Nice.
but nothing spotted the one at the 11 o'clock location.
Well, maybe you go there next. Nova's going the wrong way. Okay, so, I mean, I don't know. If Yenta drops 1 Lurker in the main, that doesn't seem that scary, does it?
Yeah, 2 is way more terrifying. We're seeing that Valkyrie go straight, get that scout info. It is actually trading a little bit like a Corsair.
Yeah. I mean, what else do you do when there's no Mutalists around, right? Well, it actually kills a single Overlord fairly fast. It needs to fly that away. It's very expensive. That's the thing. It costs a lot more than a Corsair, and it can't run away very quickly when it attacks. Okay, so I think Shobi is definitely unaware of these drops about to come in, but, I mean, it's only 1 Lurker.
Well, I mean, it's a Lurker and a Ling.
Oh no!
Hey, you joke. 1 Speedling is trouble, and you know that.
Yeah, for Terran, it's kind of like whatever. 1 SCV beats 1 Ling, so it's all good.
Then you don't get to complain about your stupid workers.
Oh, these Lurkers running
SCV,
in the front, not going to do anything.
the SCV sees the Overlord moving in. It didn't see what got loaded in, but it saw the SCV.
Does he react? I don't think he noticed. Because if he's going to unload... Alright, here he goes, the 1 hero Lurker. He's going. I don't think Shobu noticed. Oh, he pulls away just in time.
There is a reaction. I think that Ling hitting the supply depot actually...
yeah. Yeah, so the Ling was only a hindrance. Dude, he's hardly bringing anything back.
He's got that 1 tank out there, and there's the Valkyrie to make sure the Overlord doesn't
That
get
stand
out.
is a bit early, but he has plenty of energy. He's attacking his refinery there. And the scan ran out. Good god. That was like the clumsiest clear possible, but he did clear it because it was only 1. And the SCV's fine. Like, he just ran those SCVs away, so good job by Shobu.
I will say, the Yenta rushed for the drop, went for the play, didn't get a lot done. But the situation doesn't look that bad. Like, the supplies, kind of what I'm expecting, worker count's not drastically different. He has the drone in position for the 3rd, but didn't start yet. It doesn't look that bad for Yenta right now.
I suppose, but Terran has 3 tanks out already. And a vessel on the way. As soon as this vessel's out, I think he just pushes and kills. There's no hive coming. And without Dark Swarm, it's difficult to deal with that vessel tank composition.
Well, I mean, he's not really... Is he still adding on, like, bio the whole time? Because he's transitioning into Hydras. He's getting the Hydra upgrades
Yeah,
now
he only has 3 barracks, I suppose. Honestly, should we just send more SCVs back to the main? His SCV count is low, even though not many died. I think we lost 2 or 3.
Yeah, most of them got pulled away before anything really happened.
I hear loading up again. Wait, what did he load up just now? Do you see it? I heard something load. Maybe he accidentally put a drone in and he unloaded it again.
Yeah, I heard it too. I'm checking all the Overlord by the natural because it's the only thing that has stuff in the area.
I think he must have just accidentally done a drone and unloaded.
Third CC from Shobu just finishing up now. Nothing really to contest it either. There's no map presence from the Zerg, so
Shobu
Terran got
scans that there's no hive here, but he does see the third as well.
yeah, there's not even a Queen's Nest, so he knows he's gonna be fine for quite a while.
Honestly, when you see no hive in this scenario, I think getting a second factory is a good move, because you know it's just going to be Hydra luck.
Yeah, that makes
What else
sense to
can
me.
they do without a hive?
Spire, but I don't even see the Spire either.
Zerg's upgrades are... I was going to say Zerg's upgrades behind, but then I realized Terran literally has no upgrades even started, so never mind. Zerg's upgrades are just fine. More scans coming down. Shobu's really going like, what the hell is going on? Oh, he loses that Valkyrie? No? Okay. Somehow survives. Yeah, I think Terran's a bit puzzled, to be honest.
I mean, I think I'm feeling okay though. You got your third base up. You're going towards your.
Oh yeah, he's in a great position for sure, but I just think he doesn't know what's going on.
Ooh, do you like it? Like late research spider mines.
Yeah, I don't know about spider mines here. I mean, it's never bad, I guess. Thing is, as long as you have enough APM, spider mines is always pretty good. Look at that one speed one. There you go.
We're going into that Queen's Nest. So Hive a while away, but we're making that transition towards it. But
I guess
the big thing that was,
Shobu figures
Yeah,
that they're both on 3 bases. He doesn't need to push. He can just chill. Even bases are pretty good for the Terran.
he's got the Marine at 3 o'clock. He doesn't have any vision of the lower left corner, but like where else is there going to go for that next base?
I mean, Zerg could take the top right if they're very sneaky. But he did clear that out at least a little bit earlier.
We're adding on a third factory now from
Yeah.
Shobu. So what is the unit comp going to look like as we move forward? Because he keeps adding factories, not barracks.
I think he can go into like tank vulture mech here because he already has vessels going. So if he builds up the vessel count more and more, mutalisks aren't that much of a threat. And like as long as you have a little bit of bio, Radiate plus bio can counter any mutalisks. So you can just go for the anti-ground mech here.
I mean, mutas aren't a threat if there's no Spire either.
True, but you know, Zerg could be building it at any time. There's no way to know for sure. Okay, Terran's gonna come down here. I mean, the defense looks pretty thin. Bunch of Hydras to the south, but not really enough. Okay, let's see down here. The dead is circling. Okay, looks like Yenti's getting ready for a big attack here. I like that he's setting up for this flank. This is pretty huge. Shobu really needs to bring all his army together. A lot of it's spread out to the north here. Okay, he does bring it down. Here comes Zerg.
Slow this down. Buy a little bit of time for these Hydras to flank around.
Oh, nice targeting by the tanks. He targets the Hydras with the tanks instead of the workers.
Ooh, that
he can
teammate
take down a lot quicker.
huge.
Yeah, that was brilliant. But I think Zerg has just enough. Oh, so close. Laying mines during the fight even. Nice mine. Okay, I think Zerg barely clears it. You know, Terran had like another force of bio at this breach. If you brought those over, he probably just melted.
Well, so we basically had the Terran army get reset. Hive nearing completion. I'm curious to see what Shobu replenishes the army with, because once the file's on the board, you need to have a very different unit comp, I think, compared to what he was making.
Well, I mean, he's remaking his Hydras. Yeah, Terran really needs upgrades. I don't know what else to say. Like, Terran can't win.
Yeah, Terran actually
Yeah,
going out to 5 factories, I think committing hard to just full real mech.
Yeah, this is an enormous mistake. You need a double armory when you're going for this, or it's really just not that good. I feel like it's a bit of a throw by Shobu. If he goes for this mech composition with no upgrades, so probably should be able to win that.
I actually...
Ooh, look at this big drop.
Yeah, big drop from Yenta, but I actually like that there's a dropship being made from Shobu. I think there's because there's no Scourge, there's no Vision, there's no Overlords because the Valkyries kept pushing them back.
Look at these Overlords right now. They're just
Oh,
flying
that's
right
all
to
I'm
the
doing.
spire.
That's all I was doing. Cast a curse. That could have been awesome. You ruined it.
Oh, sorry. I should have said these Overlords will be totally fine and nothing will ever happen to them. Nice Irradiate's coming down here. He's trying to build up some value as much as he can. Okay, where he's gonna go now?
Kill a little bit here
Is
and
he
there.
gonna like fly into the natural? Because I don't really see that working out that well.
Yenta taking that next base for himself down in that lower corner. And it's gonna force the show to be a little careful with his unit placement because he can't really keep this army. Like he's got to keep it all together, so he's got to pick where he's gonna attack.
Yeah, so I mean, I think Shobu's still the big advantage. But if that forfeits up in mines for a long time and Shobu doesn't take a forfeit of the zone, Zerg might potentially pull ahead. Now this drop that's coming in, look, he could go straight over the top and into the main, but I think if Terran reacts quickly, the best he can do is kind of suicide his units to take out the SCVs, which he might do. Well, we'll see. We'll see if Shobu reacts quickly to this.
No turrets at the natural, no
turrets in existence.
And no reaction at all. Actually, just
he's
ordered a dropship.
Okay, but he is landing at the natural here. And like, there's a tank here already, so... Yeah, and there's even a bunker there that's full of Marines, so this is like the worst place to drop. Like, generally speaking, your opponent's rally point is not a good place to drop, but he did take out a bunch of SCVs, which I think is, you know, what he's going for here. It's just kind of like a suicide drop and kill the SCVs in the chaos. That dropship's full, by the way. You can totally send that.
Yeah, can you look at the top right? Look how far this command center's been flying.
Wow. Okay, big attack coming down.
Meanwhile, he's taking up on the ground.
Yeah, but that's not.
I think that 3 does, like that 2 o'clock expansion doesn't get spotted for a while because who does that? Who breaks it and flies it all the way over?
Well, the way this is shaping up, if Terran goes into mech, right, it's very easy for him to secure the top right area of the map because he just needs to block that bridge and then have like a presence in the area of the map he does right now. And well, I guess those links just walk right past. So never mind what I was saying.
Terran dropship at the natural for Zerg.
Yeah, I see it, but it's chilling. It's just pretending to be an overlord and scouting, you know?
Yeah, sure. I mean, it is scouting. It's not wrong.
Yenta sees it. No, it's not.
Hey, we're finally getting these mech upgrades started for Terran, but very late.
And Zerg's already on +2 carapace as well. Oh man, 2 Marines does not beat 2 Zerglings. That was a mistake. Spire finally coming up. I think he sees this dropship. He's like, wish I could do something about that. Okay, this force a bio at the bridge finally going to get eliminated. They've been sitting there for a long time.
I mean, every time I look at the map, it feels like, oh, Yenta did something nice. Took a couple units, slowed down expansion, did all these things. But then I look at the supply difference, and Shobu's so far ahead.
I mean, you took that third so fast. Wait, why are there like 0 SCVs at the third? Did Lurkers drop there, or did you just never have any SCVs there?
Just didn't have SCVs.
That's a big mistake. You took that third for a long time. You could have had so much more money by now. Careful. Look at those mines. I love this minefield. That's beautiful.
You love all these mines right next to tanks?
No, on the right side of the map.
Oh, that's fantastic. The one on the left looks terrifying.
Yeah. Well, I always say mines in your tanks. Protoss says thanks. What does Zerg say?
Well, we're going into Ultra Scabbers. That's what the Zerg says.
I guess these Ultras are empty.
A little Vulture run by trying to get some done.
Look at this 6. The 6 is basically undefended if you can get in there. These links blocking very nicely though. But hey, it's still decent value for the Terrans. There's all where mines are placed. And look, he's going to loop back around. Still decide there's 3 Sunkens there. And if he could have got into this 6, he could have done huge damage, to be honest.
Yeah, they had some static D up at the ramp, but not actually protect the mineral line if he got that run by.
I mean, even with 1 Sunken, if it was right in the middle of the mineral line, you can still just kill all those drones. Then again, he doesn't even have +1, so it'll be a bit slow. So Terran's slowly constructing this map. No turrets out, which really worries me. Because, well, I say no turrets, but there's a few around the place, but you really need them with the army. Because a big option for Zerg here is just dropping on top of the tanks.
See, this little group over at the 9 o'clock needs to retreat that for the Zerg, because this you can't slow this down. This isn't Dragoons on the high ground.
Yeah.
This is not quite enough. That dropship over by the natural got taken out by some skirts.
Finally, yeah, I think he just forgot about it. This minefield paying off. Zerg trying to get up there, but it's just not going to happen against that many mines. It's like these Hydras are getting flanked by mines. They just pop up on all sides. Well, looks like Terran might want to move down south here. No, I'm not sure. Their army's very spread out.
So I am definitely a little concerned, though. We are behind on upgrade for this mech army, and like 10 ultras just got made.
Yes, and Zerg has +2 carapace, assuming he's made chitinous, which he has not. He has not even started chitinous, actually. He's getting the movement speed first. Oh, look at this. This is what Terran's going to go for here. I mean, sorry, Zerg's going to go for. If the buyer's in position, he can gun these down, maybe. But other than that, there's just not enough anti-air, and dropping on top of the tanks will be brutal, especially in Ultralisks. Just be careful, he's getting baited into an engage here, though. And I don't know, actually, this is a lot of tanks. And Zerg's getting baited in piecemeal, which is never what you want. Oh, yeah, no, that's a great engage for Terran, actually. That chunk of army he picked off there might be decisive. I think
until at least he has that ultraless speed, he can't even try to force the engagement.
Yeah, I think Yent is waiting for Overlord speed, ultraless speed, which just finished. I don't know if he's going to wait for Chitinous or if he's even going to start Chitinous here. No melee upgrades for Zerg.
One's on the way, but quite a bit away off.
Okay, this is a decent Zerg army, but there's just so many tanks in the back, and the bio is going to help considerably, actually. Not so much against the ultras, but against the other stuff, it's certainly more. And a good tank. Yeah, I think this is a slaughter for Zerg. Oh, yeah. Well...
The high ground advantage definitely helped out a lot, too.
But look how many tanks there are. Look at the Lynx coming in still. That mine's going to be a hero. Took out quite a few things there. You know what? Was it terrible for Zerg? He killed a few tanks, but like, can Zerg make that army again? That's the question.
Well, actually, can Terran make their army again? Look at the minerals.
Yeah, this third is just really sad. There's 2 ACVs mining. There must have been a bunch of ACVs there before, though, because look at their minerals. They have like 1,000 each. So there must have been some harass there. But yeah, this is a pretty big mistake by Shobu not remaking those. And look at the top right, there's hardly any ACVs there. I mean, this is what StarCraft is really about. Oh, well, I'll talk about that in a minute. More Lynx coming in, and you know what, this might be enough to clean up these tanks, actually, because there's only tanks left, really. Okay, more Vultures coming up. Okay. So I think this force is enough for Terran, especially if those mines go off. Oh, look at that line. So that's what I'm saying. This is what StarCraft's really about. You can be fancy of your army out here and be taking this position, but at the end of the day, if you don't make SCVs and put them to work, you cannot win the game.
Yeah, like the biggest misconception. Like StarCraft's strategy game. Yes, it's an economy game though. It's about money and having more stuff.
And look at this. Zerg actually managed to get his way through the minefield just by sending more and more units. A couple of Marines here need to still. Oh man, no, that tank's not going to do it. Adrenal done. Oh gosh.
These lanes are going to melt these buildings.
Just as much of SCVs trying to transfer. And look, I think I see the problem.
Oh
no.
Although we do see Shobu move a little bit more forward, trying to put some pressure on that 6 o'clock base.
Yeah, this is where the map comes in, because it's not like Zerg can really take any other bases. He's building a hatchery at the 3, but trust me, that's never going to mine. Unless he just wins the game otherwise. So if Shobu can take out these bottom left bases, then he basically shut down all possible mining from Zerg. But at the same time, I feel like if Yenta can clear this army once in its entirety, he'll be in a very good position. Well, that's a lot of tanks set up.
I mean, I would just love right now, we see the army that Shobu's going into is a lot of tank, vulture, science vessel. Don't need a lot, but just get a little bit of muta. Force him to get some Goliaths, build more Marines, something. Like, force him to diversify a little bit. You can push this back so far.
I think if you want to use mutalists here, you just suddenly come out with a lot. Just come out with like 20 mutalists suddenly, and if there's no Goliaths, I mean, you can radiate a few, but if you just spread them out, you can still do a lot of damage. Okay, radiate's going down. These ultralists coming in. So many mines taking them out, though, and so many tanks on the high ground. I don't think this is going to achieve much.
Well, yeah, those ultras do a lot of free damage, and not even actually going to get to the tank line at all.
Crushed. These lings in the top right are still rewarding. What is this?
Yeah, this is hilarious.
Oh my god.
I do see Shobu moving towards that 6, getting a good foothold down now at the base of the ramp. No stag D, nothing really here that's going to slow this down.
Okay, well, Shobu's taking out all the mining of Yenta, but Yenta's taking out all the mining of Shobu at the same time. And you know what? I was so wrong. Cast a curse in 100%, 200% force here. I'm like, he'll never mine from that 3 o'clock. Drones arrive there. It's actually like saving him. I was so wrong. Okay, so coming in with some all-in ultra. I mean, he's whittling away what he can, but I don't know if he has the economy to really break through this massive tank line. Man, the upgrades are really abysmal for Terran, but it might not matter with the numbers he has. These links still at large.
Yeah, just in general, I think Yenta overcommitted on the Ultras. Going into a mainly tank army, like that's Ultras kind of the one unit that's not going to get the job done if there's too many tanks. You know, you're kind of going into maximum value.
Well, I mean, these Lee Ultra are kind of getting on top. But yeah, it's just not efficient enough, I don't think. But I mean, we see Terran supply is down with the Zerg now. If Zerg can just get, I don't know what, he just needs something here. Oh, look at those Scourge, that's nice. You know what, there's no anti-air here, maybe we have a drop.
So actually looking around at the Terran bases, there's barely any mining at all. It's just 12 o'clock and only those couple SCVs.
These Lings did a lot of work.
And they're coming to do more. Don't worry, they're not done yet.
And they have +3 carapace, I just realized, so they crush those moves. What? How low was that CC? I didn't notice. It's like that Zergling just tagged it and it exploded.
Alright, so Terran needs to like pull back and consolidate or commit to the base trade right now. Can't waffle around anymore.
He's going in.
He's literally not mining.
Oh, those ultras get on top. They're going to take out just a couple more tanks, and you know what? Every tank he takes out is difficult for Shobu to replace. Bunch of bio coming out here, but these bio have literally 0 upgrades. I swear, if it was that bio versus like one Ultralist, the Ultralist would take like 50 damage and kill it all. Look,
We are finally seeing a couple mutants being made to push back these tanks a little bit.
That could be key. If he gets like 6 or 7 mutants, kills all the Marines, I bet he sees it. There's only 5 tanks left though. And all Shobu's reinforcing with his bio right now.
Shobu, very diligent, actually not spending any of his money just in case.
Yeah, when you...
As I said that, built a bunch of crap. I'm sorry. The moment I said it.
When those lings get shot by tanks, it's like they were never even there, just like the wave of explosion comes through.
Yeah, feels good. I'm not gonna be mad when the lings get killed.
Yeah, which do you hate more, lings or siege tanks as a Protoss player?
Siege tanks. Dying close.
Really? I would have thought you'd said zombies, but okay.
No, because I go for zealot upgrades, man.
Ah.
You do gotta see Shobu, you gotta be very careful. It's super broke as far as money goes. Actually, he had to cancel a unit so he could make another science vessel.
Well, he already has 2. I'm not sure that's really what he needed there. In any case, this is like the last army for Shobu.
Well, he has a CC over at the 9 o'clock base. And a couple SMEs, nothing fine.
Okay, so what's the play when your opponent has no vessels? If you just get a bunch of mutas, right, you can do that. Seems like Yenta's preparing to defend the mains, getting sunkens. Oh, this minefield at the top. Oh. I mean, even losing lings is a big deal right now.
I mean, Yenta's still mining. He just needs to delay this. He doesn't have to save main.
Is this enough? Can he break through? Oh, I think he's going to do it.
It's definitely not.
Oh, he does it! GG! Damn, what a game. What a game. So Yenta takes it, 2-1. And he mines from that base I said he'd never mine from. Winning him the game.
Yeah, he does.
Good thing I'm not his coach. I'd be like, okay, don't take the 3. And then he would lose this game.
Yeah, seriously.
Alright, let's bring it back before we start the next one.
Not a problem. For a minute, we got 2 more series tonight. We got a PvP and we got another TVZ for you guys, so hang around. We got a little more StarCraft for you tonight. It's been a nice long day of StarCraft, especially if you started watching that Apocalypse match. So,
alright.
Like, so much CPL content.
Too much. Too much to handle.
No such thing.
Alright, have you hosted the next game?
Yep, it's up. We got 2 more series. We got a PvP and then we got a TVZ to finish it off.
PVZ, you say?
No, PvP and then the TVZ.
Oh, sorry, I mixed up. Alright, let's go.
Alright.
Okay, in the top right we have Stamina Toss in the orange, and the bottom left we have Seish in the red.
Stamina Toss is an alternate for a Berg.
Ah, right, cool.
Oh, you said, okay. Do you know this player at all? I think everyone in CPL knows Siege. He's been around forever.
Of course.
But...
But yeah, a Berg I don't know very well. My sources tell me that he's no longer in CPL, so this will be his 15 minutes of fame, you know.
Oh no.
Let's hope this game isn't what it made him quit.
No, we'll see. But, jeez, not the greatest thing ever, but it's understandable.
Alright, so PvP on Bloody Ridge.
Oh, talk me through. Guide me. I don't
Yes,
have
because I am the Protoss expert. Well, Dragoons are pretty good.
Hot take. Hot takes. Go for it.
Dragoons are pretty good and there's no ramp to stop them. That's my take.
That seems reasonable. It's a 2-player map, so opportunities to do
Well,
a lot of things.
Here's the hottest take. You get 12 scouts, or 11 scouts together and micro them like mutas, and because of these cliffs, Dragoons aren't going to be able to fight back, right?
So, you want to joke around, but if you want to make that hot take where you want to do scout, you can actually wall off your probes very easily with buildings. So, if you wanted to, you could make a pile farm and trap a probe.
Aha! The next level strategy.
I think that's like the -1 level strategy. It's like,
The last
I
level
love scouts.
strategy.
It's like when you hear someone just like talk, it's like, no, but like this feeds into that. It's like, no, this is bad. Stop. Turn back. Well, we're seeing a very different strategy choice. Berg going for this 2 gateway. Let's see if I'm actually right this time. We do go for that Zealot expand, or if it's going to be this weird, let's get gas late, tech late, all this weird stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I expect he's going to get the Nexus.
I think so as well, because that's
It would
what
be
you're
strange
supposed
if
to do.
both players had the exact same weird deviation, wouldn't it?
Well, oddly enough, that weird deviation is not the... I've seen that in CPL before, too, other than tonight. So I don't know what it is,
Maybe it's legit.
but I've seen it.
Maybe it's real. Well, he's not
Maybe.
taking gas right now, so...
We can ask some of these team coaches, like, hey, is this
Yeah,
real? But yeah, it hasn't taken the gas yet, so I think we are leaning towards the Zealot expand. So that's usually you get around the 5 Zealots, and then you can take your Nexus, go into a Forge later, you get the cans just in time to stop the standard TT rush.
So if your opponent's going straight for Reaver, though, can you stop them from harassing? Is this your main?
So if they rush for Reaver, that's actually one of the things you can do against this build, is actually you proxy the robotics, it's siege the natural with the Reaver.
So you don't try and harass, you just try and kill the natural? Because then if you're flying to the main, how many goons is your opponent going to have by then?
They're going to have enough to deflect it by the time you get like shuttles and drops and all this kind of things.
I guess part of the problem with that is even if you kill probes, you're still behind. Like, you need to kill a lot.
Yeah, well, you can also put the pressure on with those. If you see your opponents like hard rushing a Reaver and not building units, you can actually take those Zealots and put pressure across the map, get an idea of what's going on.
So
but you do also have cannons that does help shut down the drops a little bit, or at least slow down.
Nice micro by a Berg. He's actually blocking the way back into the base, but it looks like Sage doesn't really want to get out anyway. Yeah, Berg putting a lot of pressure on these Zealots actually. That's looking pretty strong. Would love to see him send one Zealot to a middle line during this, or it looks like he might.
Yeah, the Zealot kind of stuff like this is one of those things where you say on paper, like, oh, goons can kite Zealots forever. Well, in the match, actually do it.
Yeah,
like, this is what this build is doing.
If you have 400 APM, you can do it no problem.
Yeah, I am a little bit intrigued that he got the Forge so early and actually hasn't gotten the Nexus. He's just really committing to this 2-gate pressure.
Huh, that is a bit odd.
I mean, if it's working out, I guess you keep going, but eventually the Dragoon number gets high enough where it's just not going to work anymore, especially after they get range. So you're on a bit of a timer.
Always trying, that Zealot's trying. Great drill by Sage, really good. Oh, but his speed's getting so low. Man, Sage having to micro in like 3 places at once. Oh, takes out another probe.
Oh, for freak's sake. So we're getting a gas from our 2-gate Zealot player. We're not getting an expansion. I don't know what's happening.
Why is he even getting the Fortune Cannon then if he wanted to do this?
Well, he got the Forge earlier, which I guess if you didn't, but once you have the Zealot in the main, you can scout all the tech. You see there's no Twilight, not Twilight Cat, the wrong game. You don't see a Citadel.
CPL.
Alright, I could just close the Discord call right now.
Bye.
And be like,
We're done with you.
I'm sorry, I was watching GSL. I'm sorry.
I haven't played StarCraft 2 in like 4 years, but I still do that all the time.
I played so much StarCraft 2 for a good period of time. Not so much in Legacy, but I still do. So this is what happens though with this build, where you don't rush for that Nexus and get to the mid game. You see that slowly the Zell pressure's petering out, the goon count's building up, and it's like whenever you finally have to back off, now look at the situation we're in. That Siege has
Nexus finished by now, which he could have had. It would have been very nice. Like, because their Zealots did plenty.
Yeah, like the whole time it was just Zealots pinning everything back. Nothing went across the map to counterattack. So you didn't need that Forge. You could have gotten the Nexus, Forge later, just have it in time for the DTs, which he's in the base. He knows there's no DTs. Like, this could have been a much better position for Berg, but just poor decision on how to order what he gets. The look's still good, though. He has the expansion on the way, so he's going to have the economic advantage. He's actually up in probes a little bit, but like he's got to be very careful here to not lose too much to these goons here, which goons in big enough numbers, they kill cannons really fast.
Sage does have no tech, though. So, you know, a Berg probably going to be okay here.
Yeah, I think Sage is actually just accepting a little bit of the economic loss going into the expansion, and is going to rely on having a big goon count later. Doesn't want to lose.
I don't know about attacking into those cannons. They're shredding him.
I did say you had enough. He doesn't have enough. You can't do one goon per cannon and try to attack into them.
Okay, so it's going to be Citadel coming up from Sage really fast here. I wonder if he's going to go for a DT drop. Oh, he does pick up a cannon there, actually. You know what? If Sage can micro this down, if he keeps reinforcing, maybe it can happen. Just be careful.
I do like the decision here to go towards this D2 drop for Sage, because it makes a lot of sense, especially since the detection here isn't from Robo, it's from these cannons in front, and you can't afford to make cannons in your main for like no reason, right? So you see that we are a stamina toss here, adding on extra gateways, but he needs to work towards the robotics eventually, get his observers, and then move forward from there, or just go straight into Templar if he thinks it's safe. But this could be very strong for Sage if he's actually going for DT drop.
Yeah, I assume that Sage is going for DT drop. He might have just got the Citadel for legs, I don't know. Okay, no, he is going to be DT drop, cool.
Of course he is. Come on, it's Burrows Mark.
What, just imagine the cheesiest thing possible, that's what they're doing?
I think you picked your race based on your core belief of what unit you think is the coolest. Lurkers or Mutalisks, DTs, or Siege Tanks.
But launchers, man. No, Missile Turrets, they're the best unit, remember? In any case, the thing about this is Sage has no actual units now, so if a Berg figures this out, he could actually probably push across and kill the Nexus fairly easily.
Yeah, but think about the logic here. No observers, no detection, no scouting. Your expansion was up first. Why would he push out first?
Well, I mean,
consider
that even if there's two goons hacking away, you can probably kill the Nexus before they can do anything anyway. Sorry, not two goons, two DTs. I guarantee you, if
DTs do a lot of damage, man.
If a
they
Berg
do a
just
lot.
goes straight in, I guarantee you this Nexus will die. If a Berg hesitates and like can't make up his mind, then sure, the Nexus will leave. But if he goes straight in, no problem at all. Nexus is dead.
Are you recommending that like 6 or 7 goons ignore 4 to bomb a Nexus they get killed by DTs?
Oh well, he has to kill the goons, of course. But this is what I mean. He's attacking right now. All right, let's see.
Well, there's your DT. Has to retreat now.
Yeah, well,
Can't ignore
he didn't go straight in. I'm sure he could have done it. Look at those zealots. What are they doing to do? They missed the memo that they're retreating. You guys are advancing the wrong way.
Zealots don't retreat.
Oh, what are they doing right now? If they're not retreating.
Zealots buy you a window to retreat.
they're tactically repositioning right now.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty disappointed he didn't go for a shuttle here. Maybe he just got that robo just in case enemy DTs were coming?
I guess so. I thought it was going to be a DT drop though, but it ended up not being that way. I do say this game did level out a little more than I was expecting it to. Work count reasonably even. Siege, except that little bit of economic loss, but recovered from pretty well. Yeah. It's actually in a good spot here. Has more gateways built, better tech as well. Down on units a little bit, but like we don't see any pressure from a Berg here. So really, he's sitting fine.
Yeah, pretty solid conservative play so far. So, I guess Sage used this DT to buy a bit of time. And he can get up Storm so much faster, like you say. So, would he attack with Storm, or do you try and take a third here?
Just like every other matchup, but especially this one, Storm drops are beautiful.
They are.
They're the best.
And look at that, he's building a shuttle.
Like, if you want to watch units explode as fast as humanly possible, like
Probes and
drones,
Storm, great
drones
combination.
explode fast, but they're Scourge you got to worry about. What do you have to worry about as against a Protoss? Nothing.
where the
Just
11
worry about
scouts
how
come in?
much you kill.
No, the scout stack. Uh-oh, this DT's in trouble. Run. Is he going to make it?
I mean, he is going to make it. He is going to be able to navigate around this, and at least just draw everything away to stop defending the drop.
That's true.
Like, you actually see that he's not even going to chase that ET anymore. Not worth being so far out of position.
Really good job to keep that alive. Very important.
Oh, here comes. So there's one High Templar and a shuttle
Ooh,
moving
very
up.
low budget.
The Zealot does not see it. Just gets above that high ground right in time. So Siege unspotted right now, even though the Zealot being very diligent looking around for expansions.
So, I question that it's just one Templar. I would have thought you want to bring two. I don't know, just to justify the cost of the shuttle. Like, how many probes are you going to get with one Storm? I'm assuming that Templar doesn't have 150 energy yet.
One Storm kills a crap ton of probes. Like,
Or
you're
he can
fine.
drop behind here. This pylon is very well positioned. We'll see if a Berg reacts in time. Oh, no.
Behind the tree.
Nice. Yeah, well, I guess it was totally worth it. He could just fly away. And now the Berg's like, come back here, damn you.
Yeah, it's super low risk, and that even up the work count dead on the money.
Yeah.
It is also bought each window he's taking his third base. We also see a Berg doing the same. So both players just comfortable, not trying to force anything to happen here in the mid game. But if you look at the spot we're in, we don't see a Berg hasn't added on the gateway count to really match what Siege is, and he's behind on the tech in the first place. Siege about to finish his +1, already has Storm done. So I gotta say, even though there was that advantage opening a little bit from a Berg, Siege playing it out much better. It's in a great spot.
Yeah, just compositionally, I think Siege is better off. Oh wait, no, there's a ton of Zealots in the main for a Berg. I didn't see those. So the army's pretty similar, except with these Storms here. That's the main advantage Siege has. Now, there's a pretty big advantage, but he's leaving so many behind. Look at your natural dude. Okay, he's bringing them. There's still a Templar in that shuttle. He's going to Storm drop again. He could just go to the same spot. There's a cannon going up there now, but he could still totally get in there and Storm before he gets shut down.
But there's a couple Templar with Siege's army compared to a Berg that is literally just Dragoon Zealot. And that's the biggest thing to look for. Storms on Dragoons in particular, because they're kind of clunky and hard to get out of the way. That does a lot of damage fast.
I mean, if you do a lot of damage to the Zealots, though, it can be huge.
Can you drop High Templars in the little gap here,
No,
or do you have to go behind the wall?
You can.
Oh, cannons are going to shut this down.
Oh, doesn't get it down. If you could drop them in the gap, that's how you know the map was made in like 2003. Okay, here we go.
Hey.
Great Storm in the Zealots. Oh, such great Storm so far. Oh my gosh. But the Zealot's getting right on top of Saetzoro's army, and where's the rest of his units? He's only committing with about half his army. Huge mistake. Where are the rest of his Zealots right now?
They were hanging out on the high ground for some reason, posturing.
Yeah. Really bad engaged by Sage despite his amazing storms. He just didn't bring everything.
Yeah, a little
Again,
bit
that's
flubbed.
what StarCraft's really about. If you can do these fancy storms and micro, but you just have to have more units at the end of the day.
Yeah, that fight went tragically bad. Sage now down 20 supply when it was pretty much even him
I thought
slightly
he had
up.
way more Zealots than that, to be honest, but I guess they still died.
I'm really not sure. But this bought a lot of opportunity for both these bases to be set up without any problems. A Berg moving across the map now, though, and Sage not really in position to contest this too well.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not that hard to get out that ramp with just two cannons, right? Ooh, catching these units. Pretty good.
Zealots can just walk right up that ramp. They don't care.
Fair enough. Ooh, DT mixed in. There's no observer here for Sage. That's pretty big. And
Yeah,
now,
especially if he gets that Templar before it storms, but not quite.
but there's not that much here. A couple of nice storms. But now they're kind of on top of the Templars awkwardly enough. I don't know, I think a Berg barely wins this fight. Oh, that Archon's not going to live though. But yeah, Berg bringing in a few more goons as well. Okay, so Sage can bubble up in his base with cannons to defend, more or less. But I guess a Berg just doesn't have quite enough to push through that.
Not quite, but he's adding on a bunch of gateways now, so he's going to have that burst of unit production in a little bit. If nothing else, he keeps resetting the unit count, which, considering that, like, we're talking pretty similar economies for both players, now that Tech's caught up for a Berg, I don't think that's too bad of a situation if he knows he's ahead of gateways.
Yeah, Berg doing a better job making more probes as well.
See, now we're talking the money upgrade for late game pros for us. Here comes that speed shuttle upgrade for Siege,
Nice.
which there's one High Templar and a shuttle that's right up in this 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
No scouting at all.
Is he going to try and drop the same location? Because if so, he's going to have to micro battle. Last time we tried, but he didn't get the Templar out before it got killed by cannons.
I don't want to see him try that location again. I want to go hug that top side of the map and go actually for the main.
He's
maybe.
doing it. He's going in the exact same angle. He's going to get hit by 2 cannons at once again. Okay, he gets it down.
He's
though.
dropping it way
no
early.
Vision, no vision, because his shuttle can't see. So yeah, that was a very botched attack.
And actually, we did have a decent reaction from Saetzero. Pulled the guys in the left middle, just off to the side.
Honestly, I got a question that mistake because he attacked in the same location before, and there was the same cannons there. So he should have known that it was going to go the same way.
I mean, he did drop the thing a little bit earlier, and it is cannon defense, so it's not like something that Saetzero saw and went, "Oh crap, this is gonna happen in the future." Cannons were there, kind of like autopilot. Maybe it wasn't spotted.
No, he already dropped when those cannons were done already once.
Yeah, no, but like that's not like when you get attacked, you get that warning signal, like, "Hey, he's trying to do something." He put the cannons there, which to defend it, but maybe Saetzero wasn't paying attention. But
No, I'm questioning Seisha's play. Seisha's who I'm criticizing here, that he tried that.
Yes, I get what you're saying.
Oh, you're thinking like maybe. No, but that I don't agree with your point then because it's.
No,
it's
I don't.
already,
I don't think it's a good idea either. But I'm trying to explain it.
It's already just cannons though, so it doesn't matter if a bird didn't notice it because he doesn't have to do anything. He just has cannons, you know.
Yeah, but that's why he dropped the High Templar so early, thinking that
army.
maybe the pros would get pulled.
I suppose so. He didn't have vision at the shuttle anyway. These armies coming in here. And, you know, a bird
This is a
like
bad attack. Look how much army from Siege isn't in this fight. This is a terrible engage.
For the second time, right? And look at the natural. There's heaps at the natural as well. Decent storms.
Although I will say, like, even though this fight wasn't that great, Zealots are very good, and Siege did start off with a very good unit advantage. So even though he's losing a lot here, he's still keeping the advantage, trading off some units.
Yeah, I mean, supplies are kind of even after this, I suppose. But the thing is, a Berg has this fourth. Siege's just not. Well, that one pylon getting taken out. Why do you put a pylon there of all places? I mean, if you're going to spot the shuttle, wouldn't you put it in a harder to get spot? I guess it's a bit hard to send this all the way around there. Look at this ballsy expand.
From Siege, I don't think that's that ballsy. He's taking a pretty reasonable spot.
It's right next to a Berg's army, though.
But a Berg hasn't made an attack in a while. He's defending. He hasn't actually moved out.
Hidden base is good until it dies, right?
Yeah.
I feel like this is like a Berg's side of the map because it's just closer to his rally than say the top left. That one's up. He got the shuttle speed, but we haven't seen him try any more drops yet. I guess that shuttle's chilling.
Maybe dissuaded from how the last couple went. You see a big move out from Saetzero here, moving towards that top left, thinking that's where the fourth base for Siege is going to be, but that's not where he chose.
This location was perfect. Now he's way out of position. Is Sage just going to take out his bottom right now?
I think so. He's in a great position to put some pressure on. You actually see him cutting up just to force stuff out, but he can move towards that bottom right or control that middle outside the natural to see what he wants to do.
Well, the fact he's up on this reach is pretty huge on its own, to be honest.
Absolutely. But he has no Templars with his army. It's still just Zealot Dragoon, which you need those Templars. High Templars. The size are so strong.
Storm here could be devastating. The Berg just pull back. Oh, what does he? Waiting for his army to be together. Look at this Storm. Okay, there's the
getting on the Dragoon is what you really need to do here.
Nice dodges by Seish, I will say. But yeah, his army just stalling him. No storms of his own. I think he's going to get decimated. Yeah, crushed.
Yeah, now that all the Zealots are killed for Siege and Saetzero can chase it down with his own speed, lots of these Dragoons definitely get killed off. Siege trying to move across the middle of the map and get something done. Here's that speed shuttle with nothing in it, though.
I'm quite disappointed, to be honest, because Seish, he got the storms first. Oh, these Archons being wasted. Such a shame. Seish got stormed first in this game. He's using it to good effect, but he's kind of fallen off with that.
I think it just Sage in particular took a couple bad fights because he fought with half the army while the other half was cheering him on from the sidelines.
So yeah, it's like Psionic, right? They Protoss. It's legit Protoss tactic. Is just like, you know, don't actually help. Well, look at this. Here comes a speed shuttle, Templar in it.
With a Templar.
Spotted. A Templar can do a lot, like you were telling me.
There's 4 cannons there, though. It needs to be careful where he drops it. Slowing down in time to scout the spot, but here comes that Dragoon, so he's got to be careful.
If he's quick, he can get it done. Here we go. Oh, look at that. Drops in the perfect spot. Oh, nice. Oh my god, that shuttle lives. Oh wow, Protoss can't really do anything about this, can they?
Yeah, see, I don't really know how to like that. That storm drop was good, but like these little cube maneuvers aren't going to help the fact that Siege is falling behind on their unit count, they're falling behind on economy, and taking worse fights.
Again, I guess that's what StarCraft's all about, more units. Oh, I think he knows about this bottom left somehow. I'm not sure how he knew about it at that second unit, but here we go. And yeah, these 3 cannons aren't going to do anything. Here's this massive Protoss army. This is a huge army, right? A few zealots coming in. Looks like Sage is coming in, tranquilling this up. I don't know if he catches the Berg's army at a bad angle. There are storms available. Oh, nice.
Lots of zealots. Zealots are very good against Dragoons.
Did you see that focus fire of that Templar? That was really well done by a Berg. Oh, storms his opponent's Templar as well. But is it enough? I don't
think so. These zealots getting a lot of stuff done here.
Oh, but they're almost all gone. Okay, more coming down though. Oh, that last storm was brilliant as well. Oh, it's so close. I think the Berg barely takes it.
Barely. You pull the zealots back from that.
Damn, what a great game.
Dang. Honestly, I didn't think that was going to be the end of it. It was still pretty close to the end, but we have that all-knowing vision, you know?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I think he was going to lose that 6, and then that's pretty much it. Because he's never going to take it on 4. That was a pretty big PvP. I'm impressed.
Yeah, it got into a couple things. Siege just took a lot of really bad fights, just not coordinating his attacks all the way.
Yes, for sure.
It's so hard to move like a lot of groups of units. It's like it's not like early game. It's like, oh, it's 1 group, it's 2 group. Like when you're talking like 4 or 5 groups of Zealot Dragoon.
Yeah, and I think PvP brings in that aspect the most of all the matchups.
Oh yeah, possibly. I'm not
sure.
Well,
because the way you want to move your units and the fact that you can only select 12 at a time feels really impactful in PvP. We'll talk about that in a minute, as we are still in PvP. In the top left, it's a Berg, down 1 game. No, up 1 game, sorry. In the bottom right, in the teal, it's Sage. So yeah, I feel like in any Terran matchup, right, your tanks can just be sitting there, it's fine. You don't necessarily need to hotkey them. So that, like, just discount all Terran matchups. And for Protoss armies, you want to have them like in the right order, right? You need like the Zealots in the front, and so on, and you need the Templars in the right position. So it feels like you want to control all of them at once.
But yeah, but wouldn't you say it's pretty similar? Because we're talking that was like a late game scenario. So if we're talking,
of course, I mean late game. I don't mean early game.
Yeah, but like if we're talking like late game SK Terran or late game like late Lurker
with SK Terran, you don't have enough control groups anyway, so like it doesn't matter how many you select in a control group. You just can't select it all no matter what you do. So again, a lot of the time with SK Terran, you end up sitting outside Zerg bases, not hotkeyed, just waiting to stim if they come out. Because you'll have like, you know, however many hotkeys of army you can get roaming. The rest will just have to sit still.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah. It's the grim reality.
Well, let's see if we get anything interesting from these players this time. I would love to see if one of them actually commits to that Nexus Zealot thing, rather than let's get a bunch of Zealots and wing it.
Well, he did eventually win the game.
Yeah, but that was not because of his opening. That's in spite of it. Siege was actually in a great position. Just took a couple bad fights in the hand of the game right now.
Yeah, well, cross position. So if you want to go for a Nexus strategy, this is the map, right?
Well, you're gonna see it here. Ah, god damn it! I was like, he didn't start the gas yet, but he was just late to start it. Never mind. I should just like, we're starting a PvP, and I'll be back in 4 minutes.
What, leave the Terran to like, he's making goons.
Well, no. Right now, they're not making anything. They're making a gateway and a gas and a cybernetics core and 2 pylons. Like,
so he's making probes. Do you think they're a good unit? I'm not sure about this probe composition.
No, probes are terrible units, and I'm not going to let the Terran player tell me otherwise.
I'm not.
They're terrible. People yell at them. They're like, "Oh, they're so good. They have like a range of half a unit, whatever."
I mean, unless they regenerate shields.
Uh-huh. I would love to have SCVs instead. That'd be so
Look,
fun.
you play PvZ and you try and have an SCV to scout with. Good luck.
Consider how fast I lose my probes. Please give me 20 more health. I would love.
This field regen doesn't even come into play. Look at this block.
No, it does
by
not.
Sage. I love this. He's actually going to block with this Zealot. That's pretty good. Because you don't know if it's like a DT rush coming out again.
We're gonna see what kind of opening we're seeing, but I'm guessing it's not a DT rush from Siege. But how about from Saetzero? The big indicator always being, do you see the starting range? No, you don't. It's probably DTs.
Oh, perfect block as well. That's pixel perfect probe position there. Very well done. Yeah, you can't outrange a probe with a probe, Sage. Don't try. Should have bought 2 scouting probes, obviously. So yeah, Sage not going to be able to scout this.
Yeah, this is a little bit of a danger time, but if you do any kind of like most of the normal openings, you'll notice that that's a pretty acceptable thing.
Isn't
that
putting
you'll
that
be ready
pile
for
on
it.
there a dead giveaway that it's DT?
Why would that be?
Because you want to make cannons at the natural?
I mean, not particularly. If you're just going for an early expansion, having that forward pylon to absorb shots from like Dragoons that they put pressure on helps.
Yeah, but would you be making it that early? Would you make it later because you potentially need to hold your ramp until a certain time?
I mean, you might be like, remember, game 1 he did go for Zealots, a Forge. He was setting up like he was going to do an early expand, so I don't think it's like a dead giveaway as much as it looks like.
Okay, well,
I
if
get
I
how
was
you're
in this game and I saw a pylon like that at that time, and I'd be like, oh my god, he's going to DT, and I might be wrong, and maybe I'd lose. But that's just what it says to me.
Well, Sage is on your same page too. Get that fast robo going to be going for that safe, stable. I'm going to make sure I have an observer some time build.
But what if he gets a Bay instead? No, I'm sure he will get observatory. I'm pretty sure he does.
I swear, man, if he gets a Bay first, don't put that evil on me.
It's gonna happen.
No, it's not. Look,
But what if he still makes the shuttle first?
he won't.
But what if he does?
This is actually super weird from Saetzero. He's rushing for this DT build and actually rushing for a cannon in his own main.
Well, in case the
expecting
opponent is going DTs, because he didn't scout his main, remember? He got denied by that Zealot. Excuse me, by that Zealot. So,
Yeah.
this is the only intel he's getting right now. I mean, he did poke and see 2 goons in the Zealot, but that doesn't really say much. But now of course, Sage knows, and of course the Observer will be coming out.
So this is where you would use your opportunity. You're rushing for these DTs. You got to use this opportunity. This is when you get your expansion, when your opponent has to be back in the bed. It doesn't matter if they have protection. You just need to keep them back while you get your expansion first. But Siege already has the next start for themselves.
Look at that Observer timing. That is literally perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, run away! Oh, he's so dead. Oh, what? Okay.
Oh, gets it.
Didn't
I thought
think
I
it was
thought
inside.
it was get away. It was so close. So
Okay.
this is the one thing I really don't like, though, that Saetzero did. That he went for this fast DT rush. Sure, legitimate choice. Make your choice. But you don't keep building DTs after this. Those initial
Yeah.
2 should force detection. That's all you should need. Then transition to normal stuff.
Well, I think you can make a case for a 3rd one. Maybe not a 4th, though. Because it's like, okay, if your opponent's going to move out and come attack, you could try and backstab. And say there's like an Observer and a couple goons at the front. If you have 3 DTs, it's not that hard to overwhelm the goons and run past.
Yeah, but so one of the common things you're going to see with a build like this, though, is that you go for these DTs, you're low on 2 goons, you don't have the Observer. They push across, you need a lot of cannons to defend it, or if they went like this 2-gate robo and they go into a Reaver, they're going to break your natural. You need real fighting units. DTs are not fighting units once the units on the
Looking like he
field.
wants to break the natural without a Reaver.
Doesn't need it. There's only one can here.
I mean, he just out-micro those goons. Oh my god, he's just going to cancel this next. That's okay. The DTs can fight. The DTs can do damage, but they get picked off very quickly if you're careful. Takes out 1 goon. Oh, it's looking close. If those DTs land many more hits, I think...
Oh, just one. Saetzero moving a DT in got around the army, so you see if this is caught very wisely. Siege keeping an Observer in a couple of units to make sure that doesn't happen while he's putting pressure on the natural.
Typical defensive play. It looks like Berg will also defend at home just barely. Because I assume Daddies going to come out. Wait, he's not building any goons? Oh no,
And
these
he's building
gateways
up,
aren't
but he
doing
doesn't.
anything.
Yeah, he doesn't have enough. It's gonna be slow production. This is why you
Okay,
can't
so
afford to make those extra
I think this Nexus will survive, but the value for Siege is going to be very high. Because these goons can just keep shooting.
Well, I mean, you say that, but here comes 3 more goons across the map for Siege.
Oh, okay, maybe that Nexus will go down. I guess once you kill that backstep DT, he knows he can come in here. Oh, I don't know about going into the main though. Well, we'll see. If he gets those 5 goons on top of the gateways, he needs to hurry. Whoa, well the probes though. Nice.
Oh, this is exactly what you want to do, though. You're away from the probes. You're outnumbered on the goons. You can focus fire the crap out of them.
Huge damage going down. He's just rallying more goons. Stays playing this really well. He needs to be careful. Nice. Honestly, Berg's macro falling apart. Like he's hardly producing from his gates while he's macroing this. GG. And he knows it. Wow.
Honestly, I don't blame him for leaving that one. That went as long as it could have.
Yeah. Alright, 1-1, right?
Yeah, 1-1. We're going to a game 3. We can see Overwatch again. Are you ready?
Yay!
I feel like I need to do like some throat exercise or something. I go to work and I teach and I talk all day, and then I go. It's like, hey, let's gas some StarCraft. Like,
yeah, it wears you out sometimes. All right, let's go. All right, so in the top left, in the orange, we have Seish. In the bottom right, in the blue, it's Staminotos, aka a Berg. So, both players 1-1.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what the openings are here, because we actually saw both games, Saetzero not doing standard builds, which would be like 2-gate Robo, 1-gate Robo Expand, maybe 3-gate Observer. He went for like that like crazy double gate Zealot stuff, and then he went for fast DT Rush, but didn't really play it out like the normal. He's doing some weird stuff. I'm curious to see if he's going to do something weird again.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. 2-player map, that's where the early cheese comes out, but I don't know if Overwatch is necessarily good for anything else weird. Well, it's making Paladin in space, so all hopes and dreams crushed.
I mean, I don't think there's anything particularly off about this map that would say like, oh, this build's going to be way better here than something else. It's not like there's a bunch of really abusive bridges. Like, there's these bridges and some high ground pods, but you build your goons anyway. It's not like you're going to favor them more than anything else. Like,
Yeah,
this is
Berg consistently scouts first. Which is weird.
Yeah, I think maybe Sage just going, I know where you spawned, and I don't need to see what you're doing right away.
But at every map, I noticed he sends it out earlier. Well, here he is.
Alright, well, we got a gas for Siege. What about a Berg? Yep. Yep, no? Yeah, no? What's this probe doing?
Oh,
nope,
there it is.
going double gateways.
Well, it worked in game 1, it'll work in game 3.
I don't know what he saw, but it felt like he had the scout in there and was confirming for something before he committed to it.
Maybe he confirming that his opponent isn't proxying or something? Although, again, this is pretty good versus proxy, right?
Yeah, no, like if you went blind 2-gate Zealot, that's exactly what you want to do against a proxy team.
I don't know, maybe checking his opponent isn't doing the exact same thing. If you're playing against 2-gate in base, maybe you're better off getting gas. You're going 2-gate green, I don't know.
So one of the big things, if it was, apparently it's never gonna be this, but if it was that Zealot expand Nexus into Forge stuff, robotics, or especially proxy robotics play, is the easiest way to break it.
So can you go 1-gate goon and survive the attacks though?
If you want 1-gate goon against someone going Zealot expand, you can survive it, but you're behind because they're gonna expand faster.
Right. So if you're going 1-gate goon and proxying a robot at the same time, will you survive strongly enough that you can counter and win?
Yeah.
Get Reaver? Okay.
Yeah. Like, the thing is, the moment you get that Reaver, Zealots, like, it's slow Zealots with no Dragoons. There's no way they can attack the Reaver.
True,
They
true.
die 100% of the time.
Alright, I'm learning. When I next play PvP, I'm just doing this and hoping my opponent's doing that one specific Zealot build.
Yeah, like basically, if you do this kind of Zealot into Nexus kind of stuff, which
Look at
finally
this.
we.
A bird
Yo,
already
Siege,
here.
you monster! Look at this proxy pylon to slow this down. He's forcing him to not do the build.
Oh.
He's gonna commit him into doing the crap he did in game 1.
Well, I mean, the Zealots could just attack this, couldn't they?
Yeah,
Okay.
but that's gonna
Oh.
slow things down, and
He
it's gonna
doesn't
confirm
even cancel
Zealot.
it. Doesn't even cancel it. He knows how screwed his opponent is.
Yeah, but see, this is the thing. If the Zealots aren't attacking the pylon, you know you're getting attacked and have to defend.
Yes.
You have this is like full scouting information in its own fun way.
Well, that Zealot actually
All-
taking a nice micro.
All Siege has to do here is be very careful with that Dragoon. He keeps that Dragoon out until, especially until he gets that second goon. He's sitting pretty.
So far, he's microing quite well. I'm going to say that. Cast a curse. He keeps getting hit. Okay, second good.
Oh no, we do see Saetzero. He had the Zealots rally to the bottom ramp, but actually delayed it, waiting for reinforcements, or just maybe a little bit of this rally.
Yeah, so I question if it isn't better to kill the pylon with Zealots and send them across the map. I really think you would have been better off if you killed the pylon and then sent them, because it's not such a big deal. You can at least hold your opponent back still. And like, this whole build is not good if you don't get
Yeah, I think you could have been very comfortable just killing the pylon, taking your expansion, and just be like, this is my build, let's see how you react. But just like how we saw in game 1, that's what I was thinking there too, but he kept attacking these Zealots. He didn't make 5, then stop. He was going for this full attack.
You've been getting
He's
caught.
actually going to let the cannons kill that pylon instead of the Zealots and keep pressure on.
Well, he did catch a Dragoon at those gateways there, and his other goons are very low. But still, he hasn't been killing any probes, and like, Sage is just a head-on probe. So presumably, as soon as he clears up these Zealots, he's just going to throw down his own expense, no problem.
Yeah, this is bad target selection from these Zealots. They should be putting pressure on the probes. Maybe one chasing the goons just to keep them microing, but you don't keep trying to fight the goons, because you're never going to catch up to them, especially since range is finished.
Well, I mean, you say that, but gets one. I guess it's just taking range, Sage's micro a bit lacking. Oh my gosh, Zealots actually got a lot done in terms of how many goons they've killed. But nonetheless, I think he's about to clean it up and still just expand.
Well, Saetzero in the meantime, Nexus started quite on the way at this point. So.
But the probe count, look at the probe count, way better for Sage. So the Nexus is going to be like, 30 seconds ahead. I think the probe count more than compensates for that.
Yeah, I'm not as focused on the probe count that Sage has a couple more. That means a lot less to me than the fact that like Sage is up on tech, up on gas. Like that's really the thing I'm looking at. Because like, look, you're seeing blindly Saetzero having to build all these cannons just in case, because he doesn't know what the response can be.
Yeah, well, you know what? Berg's taking the threat seriously of a counter this time. Oh wait, he cancelled those extra buildings. Never mind. Oh, there it is. I guess he built them on grid.
See, here's the problem though. Like you look at all these cannons, you're like, oh, he's building a bunch of cannons. That's a good defense. He's taking this seriously.
Oh, I see the
One
problem.
Reaver kills everything.
The main problem I see is his cyber isn't even finished yet.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That Siege was so far ahead in tech because hey, this is why you like get gas as early as you do. This Forge being like he needed to rush for Nexus that just catch back up. But the fact that he kept putting pressure on, delaying the Nexus, doing all these things, it just slows everything down so significant.
Yeah, for sure.
And honestly, if Siege just sees, oh crap, you have 5 cannons, take another expansion. You're never going to get attacked.
It keeps building and cancelling cannons. I guess just realistically how many units. But yeah, that could be an option for Sage. I mean, he's getting the Citadel again. I assume he wants to go the same path as last time, where he's going to get the fast storms. That makes me worried, because honestly, where he fell off is in the late gaming cages.
Yeah, I mean, the spot he was in was never bad, though. It was just actually the execution. So if he can execute it better, I mean, we're now in game 3. You've been playing for a while. You're warmed up. Maybe that's what he's thinking.
I don't know if I agree. I don't think you're going to change that much from the next. Well, he's going to try and put some pressure.
No, don't. This is too many cannons. I don't like that
but he
choice.
didn't lose any. No, I like it because he didn't even lose a goon.
I mean, one's about to die. The other
he can
one's
just wait
has
for his
no
shields to come back up, pick up another cannon, and he's forcing a Berg to take it seriously.
I guess we see Siege now adding on a bunch more gateways, looking like he's just going to slam down some gateway units and barrel down the front.
Yeah, maybe he's just going to go in his Zealot speed this time instead of waiting for Storm. We don't see any Templar archives. But we don't see anything at all for a Berg, no tech still.
Not just building up a core of units. The whole point is that he's like, I'm gonna get economy, I'll catch up on tech later. You see the robotics just being started now, but Siege like ahead on economy, ahead of kind of in every way because just the attack was so overcommitted.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the goon count is not that bad for a Berg. Like, more are going to be coming out. I'm trying to find ways to say his position's better.
His position's not better. It just isn't. But, like we saw in Game 1 especially, Siege attacking some spots he did, had an advantage and threw it away. That's something you can easily rely on. That he's like, I'm going to build up to this later game army, and then if my opponent wants to make a mistake, I'll accept that mistake. But it's not like you're in a rush. It's not like, you know, TVT where it's like, oh, there's this crazy positional advantage I need to fight for. Just no, you can chill out and build up. You're fine.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. I don't know what's the plan is for Saetzero. You should really reinforce these goons or pull them back. Yeah, because here's the problem. The Berg actually has enough. I guess before Zealot speed, you can just run away, can't you?
Yeah, when it's just like goons like that, you can always kind of just run away until there's Zealot speed.
Observatory.
Even with Zealot speed, it's dangerous to keep chasing.
Yeah, you're probably right about that.
The Siege has that observer in the base, sees the gateway count, sees the tech especially, sees that there's nothing really on the way.
Well,
meanwhile, for Siege, we're about to finish up Storm, Zealot Light's about to finish up as well. Plenty of gateways made, so.
I was about to say, do you think he's going to attack with Storm again? Because, you know, some
I don't want
look that formidable.
I do not want Siege to attack right now. He's in a great spot. Secure your army, you know, get your storms up, get your upgrades finished. Like, you're not in a rush for anything. You have more gateways, more economy. Like, what's the, like, why attack it to the only way you're going to lose, which is attacking it to those cannons?
Well,
you know?
But the army's a bit from front. Maybe if he lands a couple of storms, I don't know. I guess the smart move here would be taking a third.
Yeah. Because you know your opponent can't comfortably push out. You had the observer that had a good vision. You actually see the observer looking for that third base just in case, because that's the only thing he needs to worry about.
Yeah, he really needs to just slam that Nexus down, I guess. He's preparing for, like, drop harass, I think, with these cannons. Or maybe for DTs.
I gotta say, I'm not a big fan right now, though, because until just now, Siege was in a good spot with all of his things, but just wasn't back range. It was almost up to 1,000 minerals.
That's what I was saying. He needs to just slam the Nexus down. Or something.
It just builds stuff.
Oh, what is he doing? Disengage looks really bad. Okay, he's gonna consolidate. I was gonna say his forces will spread out. I still don't know about this, though. Is this army just bigger?
Oh, this is a good engage for Sage. Gets it storm. Doesn't really hit a whole lot, though.
Yeah. Kind of mediocre storm. But then again, there's no detection here. And the speed zealot's actually going to work big time, so this actually looks pretty good for Sage now.
Yeah, this DT chop him up.
Yeah. So he just chops off one leg at a time, right?
Yeah.
That's why it takes 4 DT swipes to kill it. Actually, I think it takes 5, but nonetheless.
Yes, it does take 5.
So 4 swipes for each leg, and then just stabs it in the heart.
Yeah, just one more for swag.
Okay, crushed that Berg army, despite what I thought would happen. Cast a curse again. I really thought Berg would have a good engagement there, but no, he crushed it.
This happened. It's happened because you kept saying like, "Oh, I'm learning PvP." Nope.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, I mean, look, you say you don't attack into these cannons, but I'm pretty sure Sage could just come in here.
Yeah, now he can. They fought the army in open field and crushed it.
Okay, fair. Especially with a storm. With a storm available, you definitely could. He needs to get all his army together, though. Okay, here we go. Oh, pulls back. He should definitely keep this position, though, because it's not like his opponent can easily leave via the bridge.
Yeah, he's got a couple more zealots going across the way. I think once those zealots go, come in here.
Look at the shuttle. The shuttle's like a shark, you know? It's got its fin poking out.
Hey, there's your 2 High Templar, finally.
Yay! And watch how much more damage it does. I've cursed.
Oh, it's gonna wipe out this
It's just gonna
entire
explode for no reason. Oh, look at this.
It's gonna wipe out the whole mineral line.
Oh.
It's tragic.
22 troops. It's like, alright, thank you, goodbye. See you in 5 minutes.
And you see, he doesn't even want to attack anymore. It's like, I got it. I'm good.
Yeah, like, there's no reason to go over there. Just builds his cannon. Oh. Sage pulling his army back, which, you know, again, I think he should have maintained this position. Maybe if he pulls back to the high ground even, that's going to be tough for his opponent to do anything about. Well, now Seish is taking his third. No probes there yet. And, you know, Berg's still struggling with tech. Only his first Templar coming out just now. Did he get Storm yet?
I don't believe so. I saw him get the Temple Archive, but I don't think he actually got the tech going.
Okay, so Sage killed 22 probes, but he's only 17 ahead, so I think it's just as well he did that Storm drop. Do you see this?
Well, I mean, he also has that Nexus up, but isn't building anything out of it.
That Zealot is freaking out. He just wants some personal space.
Yeah, Sage's army that's kind of just chilling out over there. Very impressive. I think they're just waiting. He has that one Zealot outside the bridge. If he sees Saetzero move out, he's going in for the counterattack. Another Storm drop. Ravaging the mineral line again.
Oh my god, that got so many. And there's even a Templar left. He can come in again later. But yeah, I think pulling back to this high ground makes sense. And like you say, he can just come right in now. Okay, he's going to turn around and defend. I'm surprised. I would have thought it'd be very strong if you come in here, because your opponent has to like return over the small bridge. Nonetheless, he's going to take a fight on the map here. Ooh,
honestly, I would fight open field here. You have enough stuff to do it, and that's going to be the best chance where it's like you're not going to call up anything silly. Just take the open fight, clear it out, because then you're so far ahead on Kami. If you both wipe each other out,
these colors
just go for it.
Aren't that obvious for the Zealots. The Zealots, they can't tell apart.
If you were playing on Carbot, you could. It's orange versus blue, bro.
Oh my gosh. It is orange versus blue. It's still gonna have to tell, but yeah, Sage predicts smashing this army.
Yeah, this isn't even close.
What if I press F5? Would that look better? No, I better not do that.
It's
I don't want to antagonize the viewers that much.
It probably looks way worse.
Okay, so a Berg forced back into his base again, and we see Sage taking this fourth. I don't think there's much hope left for a Berg here. I want to see that last Templar go in and just kill a few more probes. I noticed that
I want to see. I want to go into the main. There's no scouting across the south side of the map at all. There's just one DT hanging out at the third base, just waiting.
I was about to say, I noticed that Berg has hardly any probes at the natural. Maybe it's a safety measure, but he's sending them now. Why did you get to choose all the maps though? That's not how this works.
What?
Snipe chooses the maps. You got to bribe him. Nice Storm. Yeah, as Sage says. It's true. GG. I guess he wasn't that familiar with Overwatch. But that's the burden of a CPL player. You got to learn the maps you're playing on each week.
Yeah, I would say Saetzero did play reasonably well in each game. Just these weird openings, if they were a little more clean cut on what he wanted to do, it would have won that.
So that's 2-1. Yeah, I mean, I don't think the Berg should be too upset. It was a pretty good showing. 2-1 is always good. Alright, what's our final series?
It's a TVZ.
Yes, but who are the players?
Shamtu and Turn.
Alright, spicy. Let's do it.
We got one more for you guys tonight. And then I get to start my weekend. I'm gonna chill. I got Dark Souls 3 on a hot sale. I'm gonna go in this weekend.
Alright, in the top right in the red we have Sham 2. And the bottom left it's Ash Return in the grey.
Alright, so I mean I've seen Sham 2 play at times. Do you know anything about Return?
Everyone's seen
I
Sham
feel
2
like
play
this is a
many times.
name I've heard, but I just can't recall the
He's
style.
definitely been around the CPL for a little bit. He's not new, but I honestly don't remember.
Man, what kind of
well, hopefully he'll show us what he can do. Yeah, man, I don't remember there's like 50 different players I've seen. Probably more than that, probably more like 100.
No, you're supposed to be like, how come you don't remember that? I make my hot take guess and then I'm magically right because I'm amazing.
Oh, yeah? So tell me, who is Ash Return? What is his job?
His job.
How many kids does he have?
He has. I can't commonly say he. I have no idea.
True. We know nothing.
We know nothing, but I'm gonna make my hot take. That's gonna be a 2-hatch.
Okay.
There you go. 2-hatch.
The other
hot take.
TVZ was a 3-hatch.
Well, the other ZVT, we don't talk about that.
I'm trying to remember what happened. Oh yeah, that's right. Who had a lot of lurkers? I'm trying to remember who it was. Yenta just had a lot of lurkers. And not much else mattered.
Lurkers. So many lurkers. It was unbelievable.
Yeah. So, by the way, Ash Return sitting his overlords like straight across the map. Well, okay, he's gonna go for that wall again. Oh, I swear to God, this is Goliath build. I thought I was safe. Actually, is that barracks placed right? I think there's a gap, and it is pool first here. Oh yeah, dude. It's like it's like a layer rush. I don't know if it's gonna be one hatch lurker. Probably not. Probably gonna be 9 pool, but it's gonna be a fast layer one way or another. I'm thinking probably fast 2 hatch meter, but it could be some really cheesy meter play. I mean, sorry, lurker play.
I made my bold choice. I'm going with that 2 hatch meter.
You could be right. Well, let's see. Is he going to get a hatchery here? He is.
There's got to be a gap below that barracks, right?
There
looks
certainly
huge.
is.
There has to be a gap.
There
right?
certainly is. Right? I'm saying that with such confidence. When I'm like, hang on. Yeah, I'm sure that's not right. Yeah.
If that is tight, brutal walling is dumb, and no one can convince me.
Well, you've seen the factory depot wall. I mean, sorry, the factory barracks wall. Like a factory and a barracks, you can see there's like a big space between it, but it's tight to everything.
I mean, even just like some of the Protoss walls were like, it's gateway and then there's a wall on the right, like a terrain wall. Like that doesn't look tight at all, but it is.
Okay, so by the way, there's going to be mech build here. I'm assuming not 1-1-1. Yeah, no, it's Goliath.
And it's a 2 hatch build. I'll take your apology.
I never said it wouldn't be. Where's this SCV going? Man, there's only 10 drones right now. This is pretty hardcore.
Well, so I mean, the SCV got in there to see it. So, like, when you're scouting a Sham 2, you see, like, here's some Zerglings so fast and everything else. Like, what are you thinking? How do you want to
Did
react?
he get there before the lair started?
I believe he saw the lair.
But did he see when it started? Because that's the
I
big
am
tell
not-
here. I mean,
I
if you're
am
really pro, you can see how few drones there are and you'll know what happened, but that's a bit tough. But if you see the lair starting before 3 minutes, you know it was a pool gas before hatch.
I'm not particularly sure, but we are starting that vulture just in case these lanes won't put pressure on, which that is exactly what it's doing.
I was about to say, like, good thing too, because he's not walled off or anything. You can do a link proof wall here, I think, if you do barracks, depot, maybe. Actually, I'm not sure. I'm not going to look at it.
Oh, meanwhile, this has to be. Let's see the tech choice for whenever it gets started.
I guess it will. Okay, the vulture coming out, needs to micro it. Oh no, it gets surrounded! Uh-oh, Shen's actually in enormous trouble right now. Another vulture's going to come out in just a second, so that will save him, but it's really unfortunate.
Oh, you lifted the barracks too. These links just in here. Oh no.
I mean, to be fair, it's not like the SCVs could have tanked it anyway, they would have just died. Okay, so we'll clean these up, but it's, you know, pretty good value for Ash Return. Oh my god, he gets another vulture. Never mind, he won't clean this up just yet. Everything going wrong for Shantu, both vultures getting surrounded, making a third now. And the Spire is already on the way, so it is super fast meter, and this is like the fastest 2H meter time possible. Obviously, if you
there's
like,
full knowledge. These lings saw the RE get started and delayed it.
they've done so much damage too, like SCVs have died as well. And like, you don't want to make 3 vultures here unless you're planning on a run by, which, you know, might have been alright given the low drone count, but oh man,
So
this is bad for Shantu.
He's not making more Marines out of this barracks. I think these moves end the game.
It seems likely, because there's no way he's going to be able to get enough Goliaths. He's going to have like 2 Goliaths when they get here. His eBay isn't even started. Oh no. Can you like mass repair Goliaths? Is that a thing? This SCV going to boldly... I thought he was going to try and attack the drones, but no, it changed his mind. Here's what you do. You build a bunker and you somehow put the vulture in the bunker. Oh, that would be so strong.
Alright, that SC finally getting taken out. A little bit short on the minerals for these mutas, but 3 on the way, plenty of gas. We're going to get up that 6, and then it's going to be a lot of pressure on
extremely
Sham.
tight economy for Ash Return. Wow, that's something just perfectly placed there. Although, I wonder if he had 3 vultures and he came back into this corner. It could have
Oh, he's
actually been
supply blocked. He can't make more mutas.
Oh, unfortunate. He's not even building an overlord. Okay, there it goes. That's right. He just needs the 4 to start with. So, like I said, there's going to be about 2 Goliaths out and no turrets. Oh, that vulture gets taken out again! Actually, this is serious now. Because if these lings come in together with the Mutalist, there's no Marines or bunker or anything. Like, just the fact those lings are then going to be there doing that extra damage is a huge bonus for the mutas. And here are the mutas, they're out now.
Oh, well, they're moving across the map now, but there's no defense here. It's like, where do you even position the Goliaths here? There's so much space to move around, and then there's the lings you have to worry about too. This is not going to go well.
Yeah, so... Well, the turrets are not finished. Goliath range is not even started. And here come the Zerglings. Uh-oh.
Oh.
So much extra damage there. Taking those glass out so quickly. Because you know what? 4 meters actually take a long time to kill one, but Zerglings, as we all know, do insane damage to everything. GG. Everything went wrong for Shamtu that game. Really tenacious play by Ash Return, just picking off those vultures was incredibly important.
So there you go. Isn't that like comforting and fun? Goliath build killed immediately.
No, I am happy with that actually. Yeah, I don't want to see it. Get that out of here. If he doesn't go bio this game, then I'll just be saying like, oh man, Shamtu's about to lose the whole game. No, look, like I said, other mech openings are fine too, just not that one particular opening, please.
Yeah, but there is no other mech.
Sure there is, you can go 1-1-1. And you can do 5 racks mech switch.
But Goliaths are cool, man.
They seemed cool at first, but now I see that they are not.
Hey, you see that in the chat? I'm the cute, soft-spoken guy.
Who am I then? No, Shamtu isn't on this. Alright, so in the top left, we have Ash Return in the blue, up 1 game, and the bottom right, in the red, it's Shamtu. No, I'm the one whose the mic is fine, and he's the one whose mic is too low. Okay, I'll turn him up a little bit. I thought he was too loud before, so I turned him down.
My mic is turned up all the way.
Yeah, no,
I'll try out more settings.
In my end, not yours. Because I turned you up and down in Discord, of course. Okay, the American is fine. Okay, now we're on it. Oh, okay. Oh, I'm the cute, soft-spoken guy. Nice.
Oh, you're so cute. Nice.
How do I even turn myself up though? Oh, hang on, I know. How about now?
It sounds same to me, but
yeah, because I only turned up for the stream. I didn't turn up for you.
I'm not. I don't get your special attention.
No. Okay, back to observing the game. I'm sure I missed all the action while I was messing with the settings.
There's no action. It's early in the game.
He's
Come
not
on.
doing.
Like,
He's not doing SCV rush. Damn. Doesn't he know they have more hit points than drones? Instant win.
There's no BBS and there's no 9 pool. We're fine.
Well, at least for now, there's no gas. If you take that gas, Shamtu, I swear to God.
Oh, a different opening from Ash this time, not going for that overpool into super fast tech.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to do that twice, I suppose, because it's not exactly cheesy, but it's definitely like a kind of trying to catch you up an off-guard thing.
I definitely wouldn't want to do it on a 4-player map either.
Yeah, that makes sense. Although having those fast meters can be good on a 4-player map anyhow.
Yeah, but it's like it's so much more reliable to get that 12 hatch if that way you get like at least a little more robust of a 2 hatch if you want to stay that style.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense, I suppose. And that definitely is the problem with that build. It's not robust, like you say. You're so tight on economy, and all you can do is make mutalisks.
I mean, apparently that's all you need to do.
They are pretty good. They're not bad, mutalisks, yeah. They're a decent unit. They earn their keep. I'm not bitter at all.
I mean, honestly, the Mutas were fine. The Lings did the job.
Well, as a Protoss player, like, how do you feel about mutalisks? It's not that bad, right?
Depends if I'm opening Stargate or a Citadel. Mutas are annoying, but when Archon punches a group of them, then it
makes it all worthwhile.
It's Christmas, yeah.
What makes it worthwhile for me is when, like, if you have like 5 groups of bio which are taking into their natural and they're like trying to defend with mutalisks, they just melt. Okay, what's this SCV with Shamtu? He didn't go into. Oh no, he came from the Terran's base. I forgot which end they were at, by the way. Oh man, this is greedy as hell. Look at this from Shamtu.
Yeah, we actually, Shamtu's scout, I appreciate that. He's just scouting the 2 close locations first, just to make sure he can get away with this.
Oh, I don't like it. Lings could be coming across. And he didn't even make the Marine, he just got the CC first. So, like, this isn't the earliest possible CC after Rax time he could have got, but I still think this is greedy as hell. But hey, it's going to pay off this time. Gotta take a risk, I guess.
I mean, is this the kind of thing that you would blindly maybe get a bunker at the front?
I mean, if you're gonna get the CC down there blindly, you might as well not get the bunker. Like, I don't think you want to get the bunker here. If it's not a 9 pool, you should scout in time to see how many wings are made, and you just, if it's 6 or more, you make the bunker. If it's not, you don't make it. So you should be fine there.
Alright, well, see the Academy on the way, and we're getting another 2-hatch lair from our Zerg player.
Yeah, this is a super fast Academy timing, by the way. And that's the advantage of being able to build that CC just there on the low ground and skip that Marine. So
Yeah, we gotta keep an eye out. When are we gonna get that eBay for these turrets?
So the thing is, it's cross position, so I'm not sure if Sham2 can possibly hit a stim timing here. I don't think it's going to quite be possible, but then again, it is very fast. But the layer is definitely well timed as well. So both players bringing a really solid build here. Oh, go SCV! Oh my gosh!
Kill it! Kill it!
No, let it live! Let him live! Can he make it home?
Just 4 lings at the natural. Oh, they weren't in position to intercept it. Unfortunate.
He gets to live, maybe.
Well, we do see the Spire on the way, which actually the SCV just walked right past, so fully aware it's a Spire play, not.
I don't know if he scouted if there was gas or not, but if there isn't gas, I don't think this is where you want the Spire at all. Because, you know, if you get hit by a stim timing, sometimes your Sunkens die, the immutants pop out just in time, and like you can kind of barely defend, but if the Spire's there, maybe it gets picked off, maybe. So I don't know how I feel about this. I guess on the flip side, if there's a drop, it's probably not going to be dropping here, so the Spire's safe from that at least. Okay, a lot of links coming out right now.
Yep, the eBay on the way, so you're gonna be prepared for the Mutalist, but with no bunker, just kind of some Marines here. Gotta be careful. This is a lot of legs.
Yeah, so I don't know about this move out. This is a very
he's moving out.
Yeah.
Oh dear lord, no.
Because this is what I was saying. He wanted to hit the stim timing. Oh gosh. But okay, I'll talk about what this is after they're all dead. The stim very late. It only just finished. Oh man, huge for Ash Return. FF, I think that's supposed to be GG. GG, good call, I think. Because all your Marines are dead, a Mutalist are about to come out, so I think that's actually a fair call. So what happened there is Sham2 wanted to move out and attack before a Sunken's up and catch him off guard with like the fastest possible stim and medics. But, as you saw, since he was moving out so early, he didn't have very many Marines, and so Lings killed them. Damn.
I mean, like, why would you move out so early before
because
you had
you're
all
trying
stuff
to hit before their timing and before Sunkens. Because Zerg is
but
trying to...
you did the greedy economic opening. Wouldn't you want to just make sure you're set up?
No, because that lets you get stim faster. So yes, he did have like 1 or 2 less Marines because of how he opened, but he had stim faster. And if the Zerg's trying to cut as many corners as they can, which usually is what they do, then he would have hit just the timing where mutas aren't ready, the Sunken is like just finishing, so he guns it down before it's done, and he does so much damage to the natural. So I get what he was doing there, but I think Ash Return either just anticipated it or just like, you know, just had that in his build that he was totally ready. So that's a 2-0.
Yeah, 2-0. Very quick series there.
And that's it for our series, I believe. So we have 5 games for Socialized Healthcare and only 1 for Passion Daddies. Unfortunate.
Yeah, unfortunately, definitely some interesting games though. Especially that one, that Yenta 35-minute slugfest.
I gotta hand it to Agi, that one.
Oh no, he has Agi. Yeah,
oh my gosh, I don't know how
that was unbelievable.
All right, well, this has been CPL Cast of the Week, and I think that's all we have for you guys today. Thanks for tuning in. See you guys next week. We'll hopefully be on Friday again next week.
No, Thursday. Right, Friday for you. Thursday for America. Thursday
Australian
for America.
Friday. Australian Friday. Yeah. All right, no worries. Thanks, guys. See ya.